where mercy used to live. But silver tongues and empty men took more than they could give. Now every bell that used to ring still echoes through my head. And every step along this road reminds me of the dead. The good book says the meek will rise, but there's evil time won't heal. Sometimes the hand that writes the word must also carry steel. The steps of the righteous shake the ground when judgment comes to call. You can hide behind a preacher's robe, but truth will find you all. The wolves may preach from golden halls while lambs lie in the dust. And heaven may forgive the lost, but justice walks with us. I hear the chains with every stride, like thunder in the sand. A burden laid across my back was never made by man. And when the coffin hits the ground, the night begins to pray, because the righteous walk a path that mercy cannot stay. The saints may turn the other cheek, the shepherd guards the gate, and some must walk through darker fire to keep the wolves at bay. The steps of the righteous mark the road where sinners try to hide. You can cloak your lies in holy robes, but truth still walks beside. And when the coffin greets the ground, the heavens split with flame. A hail of iron falls like rain, and judgment knows your name. Some men pray, some men decide. Faith can break, faith can burn when the righteous take their turn. The steps of the righteous shake the ground like thunder through the plain. If heaven waits too long to act, then judgment rides again. So bow your head and say your piece before the hammer falls, because the righteous walk this earth and God still hears their call. The steps of the righteous shake the ground when judgment comes to call. You can hide behind a preacher's robe, but truth will find you all. The dust, the heavens split with flame. A storm of iron falls like rain, and sinners curse my name. Through the steps of the righteous, steps of the righteous, steps of the righteous, the steps of the righteous, steps of the righteous. Steps of the righteous.
No. No intro. No splash. Oh, no. Oh, man, you guys. I'm so accustomed to it. You know, it's usually on here on the StreamYard. you just hit the button and the splash happens. Not working today. Not working. Everybody hear me okay? Is the audio coming in? I'm hoping it is. My volume control says it is. So I'm gonna say it's working. But you guys, give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Just a 1 or a 2. Any number, really any number works. Pick any number and you win. Oh, here it is. Making sure I got something here. I'm gonna put it down here. Oh, you saw it. You saw it, but did you though? Did you? All right. Welcome everybody. Welcome to High Noon Live. We haven't done one of these in a long time, and I know that it's been a long time coming. I know there's been a lot of angst. You know, a lot of people like, what's going on? Is this dead? Is Dwight ghosting? No, here I am. Here I am in the flesh. High Noon is happening. Let me adjust this so you don't see it. There you go. Oh yeah, you can see my screen. That's okay. That's fine. It's important to know what's going on in the world of High Noon. So that's all on this screen here. I got my notes. There's a lot to talk about today. I got my notes, but this is a free and open hangout. I wanted this to be something where we all just kind of hang out together. And I want to give a couple of just another minute for people to jump in. But Spinner's glad to have you. Kalini, glad to have you. I'm just want to check and make sure that on the socials, the video is working. So give me 1 second. I'm going to mute this here. 1 second. 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me see. Make sure this is live. And I want to go ahead and share the video, you know. Share the YouTubes with the Facebooks, with the Books of Faces. Here we go. You're seeing this live, everybody. You're seeing how this works live. We're here. Get on in. All right. Okay, so that is posted everywhere. Discord's got it. I am looking in the Discord server, so you know if anybody's having any issues, it's there. There is a. I'm going to close that out now. I don't need that. There is a. You see the Discord right there. There is a link in the Discord server to jump in. That's right. You can actually participate in this stream. You can hop on and let's just chat if you want to, or chat's live on the side. So I'll be addressing any comments that go there, and you know, highlighting them. So you know, look at that. Here for the stream. Love to hear Dwight talk about the game and what he's playing. Woohoo! Yeah! That's what I love to hear. Love to hear that, Spinners. So yeah, if you wanna drop a comment, I'm not looking at my Facebooks. So if you want to leave a comment, leave it in the YouTubes. All right. So if you're watching this in the Facebooks and you want to comment, click the YouTube link and then comment there because that's what I see. Okay. So that's that. Oh, and because this is a live stream and because I'm allowing people to come in, I do want to make it abundantly clear that YouTube's terms of service very strict. So I will be on top of that. Okay, no naughty things, no naughty words, no naughty visuals, no naughtiness here. All right, I know we're outlaws. We skirt the line of the law, but this time we gotta make Sheriff Garrett happy. All right, so zero tolerance policy on that one, guys. Violated, and you are out. And I don't mean just out of this. You violate my trust, you're out of the group. Okay, so don't do that. Don't make me do that. All right, so hey Beard, you good? Thumbs up if you want me to add you to the stream there. I see you there. I see your beautiful mug. Bam. What's up? What's up, my friend?
Beautiful mug. I mean, I thought you just said something about terms.
Time out.
I thought you just said about terms of service. Beautiful mug. Surely that's lying.
Yeah, there it is. What? No. I got your check. I got your check in the mail. So
all right, nice one. Cheers. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
All endorsed, all official. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, just cooking some chutney, so I'll be in and out, like I told you. But yeah, thought I'd join.
Oh, yeah, you know, we'll allow it. Yeah. So I've got, like I said, I got a bunch to talk about. I know there is the number one thing you guys want to discuss, which is shipping updates. And I will feed you, baby birds, but there is a bunch to get to before that. So, plus, I want people a chance to like get in here and hear about all this and participate in it. If I jump in with the shipping updates or with anything like that, it robs people of being able to participate in that. So I apologize for not leading with it, but that is the order of the things. So like I said, I made some notes to go through. Number one is Dwight hiding. Am I hiding? I mean, obviously, yes, clearly, and from this video. That said, I'm not. No, I'm not hiding. I'm very much here and available. I have been busy. That's the issue. It's like my mother actually notified me. Like here's so I believe it or not, I haven't been getting a lot of the notifications of what posts are made in the group for some reason. I don't know if it's being throttled, but like my mother tagged us that I should have seen. I didn't see them. So my own mother is on top of this. Thanks, Mom. Thank you. So I found out that there was some comments going on, so I jumped on it. But I've just been like I've been slammed, and not away from high noon, but just like high noon's there. I'm working high noon, and then I've got a lot of other things that are in the pipe. I do have a day job, but besides this being my whole identity. I mean, if you've listened to the music, the Steps of the Righteous, that's from me. So I'm a composer, and I was hired to compose a whole score for a feature film, and that was earlier this year. And it actually screened in Cannes. It got distribution, and now they've got greenlit to do a sequel, and they want me to score that too. So I was like heads down scoring that. To which some of you might be hearing, well, hang on a second. Oh, high noon. Yes, I was working on high noon the exact same time, but I just wasn't like visual on what was going on in the socials about it. So I apologize. I wasn't trying to ghost anybody. I was just getting a job done. Beyond that, we've hit up a bunch of conventions. We've been, trying to get the word out there, get the presence out there, the brand out there. And we just wrapped up Southern Fried Gaming Expo in Atlanta, we had a fantastic time. We had a big presence there. I built this. I've been trying to level up our presentation at conventions. So I built, if you've seen pictures of it or videos, I built like a high noon saloon. And it basically will go into conventions. We said it was like 20 by 20 space, and we set up with saloon tables. And it looks like a hybrid between a corral and a saloon. You got the saloon doors, the big sign that says High Noon Saloon on brand. And then it's like these posts that are like rustic rope all around. And it's really simple, but people love it. They love walking into it and playing games. They love walking by it and seeing it. They just think it's the coolest thing in the world. People are so easy to please. But I am trying to upgrade it, level it up. But we did get a chance to showcase that at Southern Fried, and it was great reception. A lot of new people were exposed to High Noon, played High Noon, brought their friends in. And then we had people like we were almost not going to go to the event because I'm trying to focus, believe it, I'm trying to focus all of my resources on getting the expansions done. I want the things done that you guys have backed. I want it finished. So I've been pushing all my resources at that. And so I actually cut back my convention circuit this last year and this year. But we got a bunch of requests. Were we going to be there? Even some in the Discord server. Are you going to be there? That's going to be my deciding factor. So I was like, you know what? What's one more time? Let's do it. Let's go out with a bang, and that's what we did. I also did it because I wanted to test out something that is part of the next phase of this update. But I wanted to test something out there, so I used that as kind of a justification. And so we got to meet our old friends. People came in came to the convention just to sit and play High Noon with us. That was it's an honor. So I know I'm just sitting. Poor Beard, you're just sitting here listening.
I'm the face, you're the voice. That's what they say, isn't it?
That's right. We got Senator Joe in the house. Joe doesn't have a camera. That's okay. And bring you in a
moment.
Oh, okay. All right. Joe's going to be here in a moment. Go ahead and I'll mute you or whatever. You just ping me. I know who you are, Joe. Just ping me when you're ready. Okay, ping me when you're ready. So anyway, so we did this. We had this great reception. We started for the first time ever. I started getting notifications on my Square app after sales, and it's like actually people were actually reviewing their experience at Southern Fried through their checkout of the Square app. I've never seen that happen. I'm getting texts they're like, "High Noon's great. The team is awesome. A plus." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome. That's nice." But what I did was I built this tournament platform, and I wanted to kind of show this because this is kind of when we get back to the going live at festivals or conventions. We're going to be doing our tournaments. I love doing tournaments. I love giving away my money. If you've been following along their social medias, I have this thing called Win Dwight CNX Money. We've even done it in the Discord with the virtual tabletop. So I like doing it, and so I built this platform, and it's the Win Dwight CNX Money platform. And so I just want to talk about this briefly because there are some retailers that are backers. There are retailers that follow us, and I just kind of want to show you what I built. So what you're seeing here is the live display of this tournament. Now, as you can see, it's ended, it's over, but what you would otherwise see where it says time remaining, there's like a countdown timer. And the way that we run tournaments is I don't like to cut into people's experience with conventions. You showed up to somebody shows up to a convention, they happen to stumble on High Noon, they want to play, maybe they want to participate in the tournament, but they really want to go get that signed autograph, or they want to go walk the vendor hall, or, they want to do stuff. I don't like cutting into that. So the way that we do our tournament is play as many games as you want, win or lose, doesn't matter. Take the gold from the end of your game, and we just do a running tally. And the one at the end of the tournament, and we run the tournament all weekend long. And basically, at the close off time, the player with the most gold wins Dwight CNX money. And so usually we'll have like a qualifier, and this one we didn't. We just said, hey, just play the game. Usually it's like you got to have at least 100 gold, and that's to make it so that people actually do play the game, because I do want them to play. And the more they play, the more they experience, the more they get to know the posses, all that stuff. So we have certain elements of that, but basically that's it. That's the tournament. And before, what I was doing was I was like writing on like a dry erase marker somewhere, like on a wall, and I was like, we got to make this like live. We got to make this easy. So I created this dashboard that has an admin dashboard on the other side. So on my computer at the table, they'll come up, they'll be like, hey, this is how much gold we got. I plug it in, and boom, it's live on display. And what you're seeing right here is the format for the TV. So we have a television, this big television at the conventions. So people walk by it and they can see like what's going on. It's all done live. But I also wanted it to be like, if they want to be able to check from their phones, they just scan that QR code, and it allows them to see a mobile version of the tournament on their phone. So no matter where they're at in the convention or what's going on, they can always go back and check and see what's happening, like what's happening, if they're falling behind, if they're still ahead, all that stuff. Bring you back in, Joe. There you are. Welcome to the show, Joe. Welcome to the show from the Philippines.
Yeah, the other side of the world. And I can still say that High Noon is the best board game I've ever touched.
I appreciate that. Shucks. So
even better than Monopoly.
Yeah, your check is in the mail too, sir. You guys are gonna make me bankrupt. So, but what I did though was for retailers, I wanted to try this out because initially I built it for myself, but then I thought, no, this needs to be for retailer support, because I want to be able to provide retailers with a way to run tournaments at their location and make it all cool. And I being at retail locations, I've seen tournaments that are held like Warhammer or whatever. Don't sue me, Games Workshop, but like I see your tournaments and they don't have this. They don't have any kind of easy way to keep track of scores for everybody to play, as far as I'm aware. So I wanted to make something that retailers could call their own, and they could run the tournaments and basically provide as much support as possible. And so what I did was like I made it totally customizable. So their logo goes, in the logo space. If they're at an actual event, like a vendor, like a convention or another venue, that logo would go in there. If they want to call it literally anything else, like I call it Win Dwight CNX Money, they can call it anything they want. The location is plugged in dynamically, and then the tournament itself, the tournament prize is dynamic. So they can set it up as cash. You can set it up as store credit. You can upload a picture of a product that you want to give away as the prize. Like it's all up to you guys. It's all retailers. It's all up to you as to how you want to run the tournament. And so for all the retailers out there, if you want this for your location, just reach out to me, email me, dwight.cneck@highnoongame.com, or shoot a message in the Discord if you're there. Just any way that you want to reach out to me, find me. You probably have my phone number, text me, and I will set you up with an account. I'll show you how to use it, and then it's yours. And we also do sponsorships. So we do the Win Dwight CNX Money tournament for retailers that buy in at a certain retail package. But we'll come in, we'll set up everything, we'll throw down the $100. That's on us, and we'll run the tournament for you. So we're all about making your retail location as successful as possible. We don't like to be that we don't like to be the publisher that drops off a bunch of inventory and it's up to you to sell. That is the nature of the beast. If you don't reach out to us, it is. I don't know how to help you. But I've had retailers buy product and then they put it on their shelf and they don't do anything with it. They don't run events, they don't run tournaments, they don't run how to plays. They just let it sit there, and then they wonder why it's not selling. They wonder why everybody's going in and buying literally everything else. Well, it's because High Noon is an indie game. Like you got to push it. We're here to help you, but something has to push it, and that's why I'm trying to create as many tools as I can to do that. So that's that. So that's the tournament thing. And the next time we do a tournament online, we'll be using the dashboard, the leaderboard. So looking forward to bringing that in. That is what I want to talk about that. But that leads into the next phase of it, which is I'm building an app. Okay, just so you guys know, like High Noon is not going anywhere. I mean, it's going places, but it's not going away. Contrary to the haters out there who would very much like it to, it ain't going nowhere. So I'm taking that little piece that I just showed you, and I'm expanding it out into what I call the High Noon Arena app. And that app is going to be basically a league-based competitive app that players can use, retailers can use, venues can use, and through that app via playing sanctioned events, players will be able to track like their performance, their trophies, their tournament, if they won the tournament, whatever. You're going to also be able to track your performance with certain posses. So you'll be able to see like what posse you favor. If you're going up against a player, if you're going up against some other player who in a tournament, you're going to be able to see what their performance is. You're going to be able to see like who they prefer to play as. So like you're coming in with Grizzly Greenwood and you see this person plays Father Franklin a lot and has like a high score. You're going to be like, okay, I can kind of anticipate what's going to happen here. You guys can basically plan accordingly. They'll be doing the same thing to you, mind you. But it'll be a way to kind of build this thing into a much bigger community, so to speak. We're gonna have the XP network integration. So I'm working on integrating your performance with the XP network. So if you're not already subscribed to the XP network, I did a whole blog post update on that about how the more you participate in sanctioned High Noon events or any events of any of the partner publishers, you get experience points for that. Those experience points can actually be cashed in for purchases at the High Noon store or exclusive purchases across all platforms. So basically, play High Noon and get free credits for that. So we're going to integrate that with this High Noon Arena. Like I said, provide league support. The big picture here, and this is where you can call me crazy, but like those like nationally televised Texas Hold'em style poker competitions where like you have like the live commentary, the celebrities are sitting at the table, you have the cameras on the underglass,
late night poker, man. Late night poker. I was addicted to that. Yeah.
That's where I want to go with this. Like my long-term vision for this is like High Noon Vegas, where we shut the Luxor down. We've got like the
You better invite me to that first tournament, bro.
Bro,
you better. I better be there.
You're gonna be the commentator. You're gonna be the guy commentating. You're gonna be.
Bro, the Luxor is already shut down. Have you seen it?
Okay, listen, we're gonna open it up and then shut it down.
Take it over.
So I'm thinking you Beard, Joe Rogan, not Joe. No, sorry, Joe. The world cannot. You're just too much for the world. You're gonna be with me in the skybox looking down on all the plebes, but everybody else playing High Noon. Hey, we'll bring her too. That's kind of what I'm imagining. That's what I would like to build. That's what I'm building out toward. So call me crazy, but
okay, crazy.
Say it happened here. It was claimed here. This is the day that it was announced. That will be a reality. So I hope you guys, I want to be giving, win Dwight Snacks money. Right now it's like $100 is the max, but I want to have you seen the prize pools on Magic the Gathering? It's like $1 million prize pool. Sometimes more than that. I think there was one where they gave off $100,000 in prizes. I want to be doing that.
And the difference is Magic the Gathering isn't even fun anymore.
Right? See that I didn't say that. Don't sue me though. Don't sue me. But that's what I want. I want people making crazy money on this, and because then how is that not fun? So that is in the works, actively in the works, being done right now. As far as Southern Fried goes, I'm not sure. I've been holding off on talking about this because I know some people are going to ask, especially when it comes up. So I just want to put this out here right now. I don't know if we're going to be going back. I love Southern Fried. Southern Fried has always been my home. And we really, the very first day that we went, the very first time I went, I love the vibes. I love the people. I got to know the organizers. They're great people. We have a new guest, everybody. We have a new guest. Is this Khaleesi? Is this I got a friend. Khaleesi. Is this Khaleesi? Hey,
yeah, that's her. That's Khaleesi. She can't hear you because you're on my headphones. But,
oh, gotcha. Howdy, ma'am.
But he said it's nice to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Look how pretty she is. Oh my God.
Beautiful. You won. You won in life, my friend. You won. All right, so I'm
trying to look like a cowboy because it's a cowboy game.
Bye, Joe. Okay, bye. All right. So anyway, I love them. They're family. I love them. They're great people. So anyway, I love very first time I went to Southern Fried, we had a great time. I met the organizers. They're great people. I love them. I stand by them. I wish them all the success. I needed people to understand, especially those who want us to come back, that here you go. Welcome back, Joe. I want people to understand.
I'm heartbroken.
No, bro, no. I was giving you guys a moment. I gave you a room. Instead of saying get a room, I gave you one. People are going to ask. I know it, so I'm getting in front of it now. The location that I tried my best to make it the most of it and to drive traffic, but it's so out of sight that it's hard to get traffic in there, even for the other people who are in there. So most people show up not at the end of the convention, it's they're leaving and they're like, wait, what is this place? And that is something that has been an issue for everybody who's been in there for almost a decade. And we've tried to kind of work with the venue, work with the staff. I think it's just kind of out of their peripheral right now as they deal with bigger things. So I presented a proposal on how I think that things could improve, not just for us and the people in that ballroom, but for the convention as a whole. It's up to them to accept or do what they want. But as it stands, it's just the cost involved, the time cost, the resources going in. It costs me money to go, a lot of money to go. And this year, my father came with us, and he's in his 70s. We all love my dad. If you ever met him, if you're ever going to meet him, he's great. He's amazing. He is my father. I like to say I'm the creator of High Noon. My dad is the creator of me, ergo, et al. He's the creator of High Noon. But I was there, 6 comfortable, questionable Airbnb, and work until 2 a.m, up at 7, another 2 a.m. for 3 days. It's a lot to ask, and it's just unless we get the support that we need, or unless we get like unless we're positioned better with Southern Fried, I just can't justify it right now. Not for my father's health, for the investment of High Noon, and the future of High Noon, the financial impact it is, making sure you guys get everything you're going to get. Like all these things ride on how I prioritize where we're going to be. So I love Southern Fried. I hope to be back, but in this instance, I don't know if we will. So just for those of you who went and wanting us back, I don't know. We'll find out. It is yet to be known. Next up is the website. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the forum is gone. It's completely down. And what that is, so just so you guys know, my website initially, when I first built this thing, doing it all myself, trying to figure things out, I built the website on Wix. And I chose Wix because of how like plug-in friendly it is and how freeform design it is. It's just a great platform for web design, especially when you're like a solo op. And so their forum feature was fantastic. Well, they announced that it was going to be removed, and then they removed it. So they moved it, ported it over to something called Groups or something. I don't know. But right at this point, I'm at a stage where I don't want to be reliant on a third-party platform. As you guys may have remembered, like when we got shut down on Facebook, that's when I moved everything over to the forum on the website, because I wanted to be able to continue to communicate with you guys and not be reliant on third parties. Well, Wix is a third party, so I'm going to be after the dust settles with this campaign, and all you guys are made whole on your deliveries and stuff. That's when I'm going to revisit the website, and I'm going to do a whole rebuild from scratch. It's going to be hosted on our servers, built on our code, and so everything will be ours. And then if anything goes down, it's on us. But that is the next day. So all this to say, don't panic about the forum thing. Sorry it fell through. Not really anything I could do about it. It was great while it lasted. It will come back. There will be a special place for the ride or die, folks. So just sit tight on that. It's really low on the totem pole, because if you want to say something, just come to the Discord or go to the Facebook group. Unless you guys disagree. You got any thoughts on that? I've been talking a lot.
Discord forever, man.
Discord forever.
Easiest way.
I have to agree with that assessment.
Perfect. Thank you to my yes men. All right, excellent. I love my echo chamber.
Another check in the poster.
That's actually from experience. I ran the UA community for many years, and Discord was mandatory.
So I want to speak before we go into the shipping update. It's coming. Last thing though, last category I want to talk about is the future of High Noon. It may seem counterintuitive. Why would I talk about that now instead of at the end? Because I have a feeling that all of this is going to be talked about. Everything we talked about is going to be talked about. So, again, there's a lot of there is a future to High Noon, a big future, and it goes beyond this campaign. This campaign made it possible, but this goes to the whole there is no future if this campaign became like a kick scammer. So this again is so you're going to get your stuff, the stuff that you backed. You're going to get. You have to. Because otherwise, the whole High Noon brand is basically a fraud, and I'm not going to allow that to be. I have too many things in the vision of what I want High Noon to be to have it all crumble on a backer kit campaign that raised $40 grand, which all went to the development of the product. I didn't make any profit on it. It would be total suicide to be stupid, and I am prone to some stupidity from time to time, but I ain't that stupid. So, a couple of things in the High Nooniverse, so that are coming. We are I've hinted at this early on in the very first Kickstarter. The High Noon RPG is well underway. I've talked about this in the past. We did a test campaign after I built the rules. We did a test campaign for about 6 months where I tried breaking every element of it, and I did. And then we built it better. And so it is in a place where I feel confident that it can be drafted into a rule book. And so that's what's currently underway is the High Noon RPG. When that launches, it's going to be an all-in-one book. So it's going to have the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Player Handbook, and the Monster Manual all wrapped up into one. The Game Master we're calling the Dealer, and then you got the players, and then the Rogues Gallery is the Monster Manual. So we're currently working on the dealer side of it right now, but it's moving fast. So I'm really excited to release that. I don't know how I'm going to release that. I don't think it's, by the time it's released, I don't think we're going to be doing a crowdfund for it, just so you know. I think we'll just release it. So it'll be something that you don't have to wait for. Second up is, speaking of my father designed a card game for High Noon. And I've been holding this close to the hip, but this is something that I want to also hint to you guys. There's going to be a High Noon card game. It's basically High Noon without the pieces. I had no idea how this could work. My dad came up with the idea. I was like, I don't know. And then he presented the idea to me as how it would work, and I was like, I don't know. I'm telling you, this is the game to end cards. This is the Cards Against Humanity killer. This game is super fun. We've played it. We play it often if we don't want to break out all the minis. It's really like everybody sits around the table. You got your deck of cards. You're playing them against each other. You're dealing damage to each other's character sheets. It's literally like playing High Noon, but without the pieces or the map. And it blew my mind that he even did it. And the crazy thing is just like High Noon, there's no player count. There's no player count to this game. It's wild. So think like Cards Against Humanity meets Dice Throne without the dice, if that makes sense. But it's a really cool game. It's going to be very easy to pick up and play. Can't wait to release it with you guys. It is, again, it's behind the Kickstarter, or the backer kit. We're going to get this backer kit done, but just so you know, there's going to be a whole new vertical for playing High Noon, and you're going to love it. And my dad made it, so all the money goes to him. I'm not keeping a dime. I'm not keeping a dime. I'm hoping to make him rich and he can retire on this. There was mention of this. I talked about it, and we're getting closer to it. But a couple of years ago, I was speaking with a showrunner for, and what a showrunner, he's a friend of mine, but he's a showrunner. And what a showrunner is they're the person that pitches a TV show to the networks and then produces that show and makes it happen. And so I pitched the idea of turning High Noon into a television show. And he bid on it, and he's been working for the last, I think we're coming on 3 years now, developing the television show. And I got a text from him a few days ago, woke up to it, and it was basically, hey, we have some networks who are interested. They're wondering if you'd be willing to make the show into a feature film. And so I don't know how I feel about this. I'm open to open field here. I mean, my original idea was season 1, the very first episode ends, like the climax of the very first episode is the starter set battle, the shootout in Sweetwater Gulch, and then it explores the journey of Sheriff Garrett and Deputy Gates and Elsu's war, like basically hunting down Colonel Rogers. But there's a bunch of things that happen, and it basically explodes the universe. It like sparks everything that happens thereafter. And I had an ending for season 1 that opened to the other seasons. If I bottle it up in a movie, I'm concerned that I'll either have to close it out in that one movie or leave it open with the risk that there's no sequel. I don't know how I feel. I don't know. I don't know. But at the end of the day, like if they only want a movie and they don't want a TV show, maybe nothing happens, and don't want that either. So I don't know. This is what do you think?
Would you be getting a cameo in there?
Oh, of course.
Excellent.
Listen, I was talking to my wife about this. If it happens, I'm absolutely Taylor Sheridan the hell out of it. Like I'm going to be in every single vertical of the universe in some way.
I was thinking more turnip man, like in Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, where he's eating a turnip as he walks across the screen.
Oh, did he do that?
Yeah.
See, I missed that. I don't want anybody to miss the cowboy hat, you know, like, and I
That's
want
fair,
to be an
man.
Easter egg. It's got to be obvious. It's got to be obvious.
I was thinking more like a Stan Lee kind of thing. You're just always in some random role.
There's a role that I talked to the showrunner about. Actually, he suggested it to me that I be the role, but it's not like the main character, but he is kind of like the catalyst for he's the reason why the whole shootout happens in the first place, but he isn't the main character. And so maybe I might be that character. I don't know. I haven't decided. I will
You
definitely
could definitely get Kevin Bacon. He's in everything.
He's in everything. We're 7 degrees from it anyway. But Barry Pepper, though, have you? I watched The Lawman, Bass Reeves just recently. I binged it. Have you guys seen that?
Not watched that yet.
It's on Paramount. It's great. But like Barry Pepper's in it, and talk about like if I had to choose between Kevin Bacon and Barry Pepper, Barry Pepper all the way. That dude is amazing. But you're right. Probably easier to get Kevin Bacon. Anyway, bottom line is, if you guys have an idea, anybody in the comments, if you have an idea, should I do the movie, guys? Should I do the movie or should I stick to my guns and go for the show? That's the question. Okay. That's that for that. All right, you guys have been very patient. Let's talk about this shipping thing, will we? All right, so everybody's asking, what is the update on the shipping? Let me just nip this in the bud. That's going to be entirely on the manufacturer, okay? Entirely up to the manufacturer as to when this stuff ships. That said, there are things I can do about it, and we are doing stuff about it. But I kind of want to lay the groundwork on my answer to this, so we can talk about it, even though I've been doing most talking. The way that this works, just so you know, like we have a game, we have the prototypes, we get the prototypes, like we send the concept to and the artwork and everything to the factory. The factory works it out. And hang on a second, I might have a sleeping baby, and I have to shut the door because my dog just opened the door. Give me 1 second. Feel free to sit there awkwardly. Don't talk to each other. Y'all won't know each other.
We weren't gonna.
All right.
Even if I was talking, you couldn't hear me because I was muted. I was shouting at my dog who was barking. So.
Hang on a second. Stop.
He's gone again.
Yeah, I'm here.
It's a typical Dwight stream.
Yep, yeah, this is what we do. This is how we do in High Noon.
The first Dwight stream was with me, wasn't it? Do you remember playing the game in the first Kickstarter?
Yes, that was amazing. We were playing on
Tabletopia.
TTS was it or Tabletopia? One of the two.
Tabletopia. I chose Tabletopia because I didn't want people to have to pay.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible. I've made 4. I now lead in whenever I'm in conventions. I have 4 big bold claims. Like when somebody comes up, I'm like, let me just tell you about High Noon. It's the easiest game in the universe to learn to play. It's the most replayable game in the universe. It's from the most accessible game publisher in the universe, who is also the worst salesman in the universe. and I will prove all this in 3 minutes or less. And that's one of the proof. I chose Tabletopia because I didn't want people to give me their money. I wanted or pay money anyway. So here's how this works. This may be insulting everybody's intelligence because you're like, I already know. We have an idea, we have a concept, we have artwork. Okay, we send that artwork and the concepts and everything to the factory. The factory works it out. They make that thing into a physical product. Usually, when it comes to like tiles, it's easy. It's just a matter of making they send me some samples to make sure things are lined up, and also make sure color looks good. And then from there, maybe I identify some areas where like things need to be nudged, icons need to be added, whatever. But basically, the production timeline of that is very quick. With molds, with miniatures, we approve. What has happened in the past is, we do the Kickstarter, we get the money together, we send them the 3D. Either we send them the final 3D models, or they already have them, and we pay them for that. They create the molds, or they create wax molds. They send us the wax molds. They send us a ton of them because almost all of them arrive broken. And then once we approve, of the mold, then they make production samples. They send us the production samples. If we have to change them, they have to do adjustments, new waxes, new things like that. Otherwise, they go into mass production. From there, the lead time is 60 to 90 days, depending on if there's a Chinese holiday or a COVID that shuts everybody down for weeks on end, for like a month of Sundays. With it was no different. We didn't have minis, but we had these 3D buildings. Those 3D buildings right up there, which you can kind of see. And I sent the files and the die lines and things to them. But the thing, and I've already explained this in my blogs, but like basically, just because we have the prototypes from, like, it doesn't mean that the factory can do it, especially when the prototypes were made by somebody that is not the factory. So what I sent them was prototypes made by the Game Crafter, which are great people. But their setup, their whole factory, their whole manufacturing chain is completely different from every other factory. Every factory has their own thing. So I grossly did not, I under-anticipated, underestimated the difficulty of the factory being able to take what the prototype was and make it into an actual thing. And it came down to me actually sending them the physical versions. Like I had to rush order a whole new set of the prototypes so I could send it to them unassembled, because I needed them to see what each piece looked like and assemble it so they could see how it worked. I sent it to them that way so they could then maybe copy it or make it better. And so, they did that, but then there were like print issues and we had to go back and forth. Bottom line is, this is a long process, arduous process that I did not anticipate taking this long. And what it came down to at the end, because I was messaging them back and forth, was that they were trying to fix, like it came down to they were trying to make sure that these acrylic supports that I designed would actually work. They wanted them to be perfect. So they got that done a few months ago. Okay, so everybody's been like, when's the shipping? We don't even have a working QC copy, okay? The factory's been trying to get this right, okay? And usually what would happen in my production, in my days in production, because I used to be in manufacturing, I would just go to China and just stay there for like a month and just kind of live in their factory and just be there every day. And I would hands-on. But I can't do that. I couldn't do that. I've got a wife, I got a kid. And then COVID kind of made things super unaffordable. There was a time, like when I would go to China, the price of a round trip ticket was last minute round trip ticket was like $800 round trip last minute. When I last year, a friend who's in China was like, come to China. And I'm like, all right. And I looked at the price, the tickets, and it was like $2,000 one way. I can't afford that. I couldn't pull it from any money that was raised in the campaign, because all that money's going to the manufacturing. And I don't have $4,000 just sitting around to spend on this. I wish I did. I just don't. And could I have done a Kickstarter, be like, hey, finance me going to China? I could have, but I don't know. It's just not who I am. So if you would have rather I did that, I apologize. It's not what I did. So so what we had was, I live here in Florida, and I send WeChats to my factory, and they decide when there's an update for me. And if there's no update for me from them, there's no update for you from me. Okay, that's just how that works. So when people are like, we need an update, it's like, okay, update, nothing new. Bye. That's not an update. So, and that's a flaw. That's my own vice. Okay, I'm sure that people will disagree. Maybe you do. Beard, would you tell me, shoot it straight, Beard? Would you have rather me just said every month, hi guys, no update?
I think it's difficult. I think that you're right to be concerned. I think that you'll get people that are grumpy, whatever you do. I think that's probably the case. I think doing this is a good idea, potentially. So having a bit of a live stream rather than a sent out message might be a better idea. I do think that having regular updates is useful. And so potentially, doing something like this might be a good idea. But I totally get what you're saying. And people are, like I said, people are grumpy, whatever you do. I mean, at the end of the day, someone will complain. We'll find something to complain about.
I agree with you. I'm okay doing it'll take a little bit of an ask from my wife. Listen, once a month or every other week or whatever, you got to take care of the baby, and leave me alone for an hour or two, because I got to talk to the peoples. So yeah, I'm okay with that. I just need to figure out how I'll make that work in the schedule. Okay, so I didn't have an update. All right, I did not have an update. And then on top of that, I believe it or not, I started getting my own doubts about this. Like, there's a lot of people saying, well, somebody had mentioned somebody had commented somewhere. They're like, I'm pretty sure the ride or die rode off and died. I had to laugh at that. I had to laugh at that and also feel bad because I'm like, oh, that's how they feel. It's not the case. You guys are not. You guys are still with me. We're still riding. But even I personally started having some serious doubts because I'll be honest. I've never had this level of break. What? Joe? What were you gonna say?
I've actually got experience running a big community for game development, and so I actually have something to say on this particular topic before you go completely off the rails.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Well, what we found with running UA is that even something little is better than nothing at all. When you've got people who are looking for, even when it's like our project was free, nobody paid to play UA. It was a free game, and it was still. We would try and give them something like at least once a month. Just give them something like, hey, here's a picture of a concept, or here's what we're trying to solve for a coding issue right now. Just give them a nugget so that they have something to know that, hey, the developers are still here, they're still working, and it's a lot better than dead silence.
Fair enough. So I was going to show this to that point. Well, I have something to show for that. You're great point. And you know what? I actually let me own something. There have been plenty of opportunities for me to show little things that have been happening with the campaign, and I just didn't because I didn't feel like it warranted like a full update. But you're right. Little drips go a long way. And as Tim Pool once said, an avalanche is made from snowflakes or something. So like. I should have just posted little pieces, and every once in a while I would share like a picture of progress on Facebook or in Discord. But what I didn't do was post that in an official update. So that's on me. I can't promise that it's gonna be immediately, but it is something that I will work on and try to get better. So I do have something to show for that. But before I do, I want to finish out this narrative, which is I started having my own doubts because I've never had this long of a break between the factory, and this is the same factory. This is High Create. I've been courted by a lot of factories in the past. A lot of the big ones have come to me when we were in Essen. The Max Top came to me. There was another one that came to I forget which one. There's another one that's really big in the board game space. They came to me. They really wanted to take the job, but I told them, I was like, sorry, like we danced with the one who brung us, and High Create has been with us from the very beginning. They worked with us from the very beginning. And while there are other games I may explore or other things I may have a factory do, and I'll call you when that happens, High Noon is with High Create. And I mean, come on, with that kind of name, it's like it was like divine providence. I can't argue with God. Okay, all right. So that said, though, I've never had this experience with High Create, so I didn't know what was going on. And so I got word back from my contact, and it turned out, well, what she said was, hey, I'm sorry, I've been very ill, I've been out of the office. Yes, your product is actually ready to ship out. It's been sitting on my desk. I just haven't had a chance to be in the office to ship it out. And so I was like, oh, great. When will you ship it? And she was like, as soon as I'm better and back in the office, I'll ship it. So that was a couple weeks ago. And or actually probably like 3 weeks ago. So I didn't hear from her. I was working on these other things, and so I forgot to check back in. But again, it's like every once in a while I'll poke the bear, but like I know that like poking the bear will give me like an update, but it doesn't like I can't force them to do anything that they can't do or don't want to do. So it's like whatever. Either it'll show up or it won't. And so I went to Southern Fried, going back to Southern Fried. I went to Southern Fried, and the day before the show started, I've set up everything. We're sitting in the ballroom exhausted, and so I'm taking a breather after setting up all the stuff. And I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and text. The contact. Well, I opened up my phone, and my wife is, I see I've missed a bunch of calls from my wife and texts. And she's like, hey, there's a UPS guy. I was trying to reach you. He had a package for you, but you owed customs on it. And so he couldn't drop it off. We need to pay the customs thing. He gave me a tracking number, pay it, and he'll come back tomorrow. I'm like, okay. So I look at the label, and I recognize the address, and I'm like, oh my God. So I immediately get on UPS. I pay the fee, and then the guy shows up the very next day, and my wife sends me a wonderful picture, which I don't have here to show you, but she sends me a picture. She'd opened the box, and that's when I knew the day I arrived in Atlanta, and I'm stuck here for 3 days, is the day the samples arrived at the house. And so now I'm sitting here for 3 days in Atlanta going, I can't go out. It's so close and so far away. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the box. This is the box, the QC box, okay? So this is it, received from the factory. This is the samples. Now, here's where we get into the reason why I'm doing this live stream. Because we've not done a live stream, we've not done updates in so long, and because there's only so much I can explain in text, I thought I could do this. I could open them up and I could try it out, I could build it, I take pictures and all that, and I could post it as an update. Maybe they're great, maybe they're not, but all you really see is the end result. So I felt, given the circumstances, given the complaints, given the very reasonable frustrations as we've laid out, I thought, you know what? Rather than show the end, why don't I invite you guys all into my experience, okay? And we can experience this together. So I've already explained my anxiety for the 3 days in Southern Fried. That was what? That was last week, okay? I got home. I was going to write an update. I decided at the last second, no, I'm too exhausted, and honestly, I want to do this right. So I've been sitting on this box. I have not opened this box. My wife took a picture. She opened it and took a picture when I was in Atlanta. But since then, I have, on practice, as a rule, on principle, I have not opened this because I want for all of us to experience this together. Now, what does that mean? That means this could either be awesome or a total poop show. We don't know. We have no idea. But we're going to experience this together, and you're going to see kind of a process. Like, this is going to be this is what I would have done. Everything we're about to do is what I would have done off stream with nobody involved, okay? And then I would have posted an update. It's what it is, okay? This is my experience. If we want to know what it's like in the life of Dwight in High Noon, this is it. So you guys ready for this? Are we ready? Or you have any thoughts before we dig in? Any concerns, questions, comments?
Have you already opened the box?
My wife did. I have not looked. I didn't. It was closed when I got home. The seal is broken, but I've not flipped it over. I have not looked at this. This is
okay. So we all get to share this moment.
We are sharing this moment. I've waited a week. Okay, guys. I was waiting 3 days to get home, and then I waited a week. This box has been sitting in my house for a week, and I've been okay. So everything you guys have been feeling for months and years now, bottle all that up. 1 week. That's what I've been feeling. Okay, so, all right, let's do this. I did though. I brought a ruler because because there's something that I have to address. I got to figure out live. I'm gonna get this out of the way, so everybody can see the box, right? So here we go. I kind of almost am afraid. All right, here we go. All right. You know what? This is poetic because I literally just had a conversation at Southern Fried with my retailer partner that was there. We were joking with somebody else about how I've hated for a long time, and I've vocalized it publicly. I hate unboxing videos. I hate them with a passion. They're not reviews.
I love the way you're really building up the anticipation here, Dwight.
And here I am doing an unboxing video as the thing. This is the thing. All right, so here we go. All right, so what we have in the box is, it looks like all the layers, all the pieces, and each one, let's see what's in this. So they put, this looks like the This is the bank and these are the acrylic pieces for the bank teller window. It looks like the jail cell walls and also the ladder rungs, and I can see the little pieces for the jail bed. There's some acrylic pieces for the jail bed, so that's what's in here. Then we have, oh wow. So this looks like, okay, so this is the packaging for the clock tower. This is the size of the packaging for the clock tower. Let's see if and what I want to see is, did they separate each one individually? And it looks like they did, even though they put the acrylic pieces in one bag. That's important. But okay, so here's the bank. Here's what the bank will. This is the sheet for the bank, and it looks like. So they made the lampposts. I wonder if the lampposts are actually acrylic or if they're cardboard. They were supposed to be acrylic, but we'll see. And then we have the jail. This is the packaging for the jail. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna put that away. I gotta see something. So it looks like. So if you okay, so the reason why I brought the ruler is because. If you recall, for shipping and for the planning of this, what I was going to do was I was going to have everything like what everybody's drinking but me. Here. Cheers, everybody.
It's lemonade. I know it's a family stream. This is lemonade.
Yeah.
It's just water. So.
Of course. Well, the finest water to make you blind.
This is very, very
So
strong
my
alcohol. Which I
plan
won't
was
drink.
Here we go. Okay, perfect. There it is.
Literally moonshine given to me by a friend.
Did you see what my
I thought this was a family stream.
Well, you know what? See that right there? That is the 250th anniversary Horse Soldier bourbon. It's made from their very first barrels.
Well, let's see it, dude.
Huh?
Nice.
Let's see it.
All right,
Show it.
but I'm naked from the waist down, so let me cut my camera off.
Family stream. I don't know.
Family stream.
Oh my God! I remember at the announcement it says this is a family stream and enforcement will be strict.
So
Dwight's going to kick himself out of his.
I know. I'm banned myself. You know, rules is rules, guys.
Rules is rules,
I'm a man
yeah.
of principle. So here we are. This is the Liberty bottle, Horse Soldier Liberty bottle, 13 years. This was made by, like I said, this was their very first. So they're 13 years old when they started. They started 13 years ago. They kept that barrel, and they knew that when they would finally cut the ribbon on their distillery, on their official distillery, this was going to be their kickoff bottle. So this is what it became. Liberty bottle. It's got a little Lady Liberty's topper on it. It's gorgeous and signed by every member of ODA 595, the official horse soldiers as seen in 12 Strong. Here they all are. And when I was there, the guy who gave me the tour was one of the guys. His name's Will, and it was a very intimate kind of experience because it was the private friends and family tour. So there was some media there. There was some like the governor of Kentucky was there, but really it was just friends and family. And I was going on behalf of a mutual friend of ours, and so I got a nice intimate tour with Will, and I gifted him because he has like 9 kids. So I gifted him a copy of High Noon while I was there, and he gave me his officer coin. Bam.
Nice.
So very, very special thing for me. But yes, this sits right there because actually, believe it or not, I told the story to them. Horse Soldier via High Noon. It was Horse Soldier, then High Noon, then Horse Soldier again led me to my wife. And I am married to my wife because of Horse Soldier bourbon. No exaggeration.
Nice.
So and my whole family is important to me. So this is now family. This lives right up there with all of the High Noon stuff. That is why. If anybody wonders what does Horse Soldier have to do with High Noon? Everything, literally everything.
It's just a shame.
Hey, I'm married to my wife because of Dwight. So there you go.
See? High Noon, man, making Marriages and babies all around. Hopefully,
It's
fingers
just a
crossed.
shame.
Indeed.
It's just a shame it's bourbon and not like real whiskey, not Scotch. That's the only shame, isn't it?
Oof.
You know,
Oh,
you're right. And you know what's funny is they
Sorry.
actually early on they in their like development they had a unit that was over in Ireland, and so they went over there and they learned from them, and through that process they developed a Scotch, and they call it Brotherhood. It's the Brotherhood Scotch. So it's very rare. I don't think they made more than that one batch, but it does exist. And my dad bought a bottle. He has a bottle
Nice.
of it. When we left the distillery, he left with one. So he has
Yeah.
the Scotch. But you know,
Beard. I'm
if you want
sorry,
to
man.
if you
I
want
just
to
have to
bring that
say,
salt here, sir. If you want to bring that salt here,
I feel personally
put it on the back.
attacked.
Well, you know,
I feel personally attacked.
sometimes the truth hurts. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, all
I
right.
challenge you to a
Anyway,
duel.
anyway, back to high noon.
Yeah, back to high noon.
We'll
Back to the
meet up at
update.
high noon.
So.
We'll solve this
Yeah,
another time.
so the idea, if you recall, the idea was that we were gonna do like you know how, like the tiles are starting the tile packs come in like a bag with a hang card. That was the idea for these, but I wasn't sure how they would come packaged, and I wasn't sure if I should design a box. If I design a box, it's gonna change the whole shipping structure. But if that's something that I have to eat and I can afford to eat, just so you guys know, I will. But it will go into some time involved to create the packaging, and that was something I wasn't sure about. So I just want to quickly do a measurement on these because this is going to have to be a
It's just
box.
me right now, Dwight. Beard went to go steer his chutney, or stir
Yeah,
his chutney, whatever that
yeah,
is.
he's doing his chutney. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
So it looks like officially, okay, as of right now on this stream, I don't think there's any way to get dude, you are like, is your AC running? Is your window, is your wall unit running?
There's a monsoon going on outside. Oh, sorry. Can you hear it?
Yeah, okay. It was just raining over
I'll mute
here.
it.
Over there.
I'll mute it.
So I don't think there's going to be any way around putting this in a box, guys. I think we're going to have to put this in a box. And it's looking like it's going to be. It'll be a small, it'll be a smallerish box, but I think this is going to have to be a box. I think for these. Yeah, you're not muted. Now you are. Now he's muted. I got him. I got him. We muted you. It's okay. I muted you. It's fine. I don't know. I have to decide, guys, because I was gonna make these like a separate, like each one you could buy separately. If I do a bundle pack, which is how you guys like, I'm thinking when I hit the market, you can buy each building separately, because not everybody's gonna want like a bunch of buildings. Maybe they just want one. But I think I'm gonna have to pack them like one box for this and one box for this, which means that I have to design the boxes. That said, I already had this conversation with the factory ahead of time because I wasn't sure, and so they actually did send me box templates. I just need to kind of create the artwork for it. That might take some time, but not a lot of time. I could probably get that done while they're in the production of these. But live update. It looks like we're going to be doing boxes for these. All right, so next step of this is we're going to build them. We got to build these things. So who's ready for now? Actually, I need to make a quick note for the box itself, and because they did send me the templates, but I think they sent it to me for one of each, and I'm gonna bundle the bank and jail together. So if I do this, we're probably looking at like an 11 by, let's just say 11 by 1.5. 11, hang on, 11 clock tower. This is what we do. This is it. You guys can hear me, right? Like, you guys, thumbs up, you can hear me? Okay. Boxes. Clock tower is going to be 11 by something by 1.5. 11 by. I see you, Spinner. I'll get to you in a second. I think 11 by. Looks like 7. Looks like I can get away with 7 on the clock tower. So is one. So Spinner wants to know: do the buildings have a different difficulty level to build? So is one more difficult than the other? I wanted these things to be as simple as possible to build, and so I don't think so. I don't think they're going to be. I don't think they're going to be one more difficult than the other. We're going to find out though, because what I was kind of hoping. Already, I can kind of anticipate something. It looks like they straight up copied the cut template that I had sent them, and that was kind of what I was hoping they would not do. I just wanted them to see what it looked like assembled with the artwork and everything. And the way that the originals, the prototypes are, is they're puzzle pieces, so you put them together. But locking them together, I don't know how that's going to work. But locking those together, I had to like super glue them. And if you guys have put together your marketplace expansion, you know that like the bottom shelf pops up, but the two walls are connected to the bottom shelf, so it's one piece. So when you pop it up and you put the two shelves in place, it holds it together. That was kind of my hope with this, was that you would have like the base piece and then maybe like the two side walls popped up, and then you just put the other pieces together into it and it kind of holds itself together. That doesn't look like how they assembled it, but that's, it's part of this whole thing. So I'm gonna put the clock tower together. Not yet. Let's see. Let's just see what the jail looks like. So here is the jail. You guys cool with starting with the jail? You guys cool with that? All right. Here we go. How does the bag work? I'm going to be stumped by a freaking bag. Okay, here we are.
Would it matter if I said that I wasn't?
What? Good to go? No.
The illusion of choice is very important.
Yeah. Just like high noon. Just like high noon. When I like to say, I'm choosing to take that damage, I really had no choice. I didn't have a defense card. All right, so... Okay, so this is another thing. This is another curiosity. Because...
They're kind of quiet, bro.
Oh, no, am I still quiet?
I think it's because you turned away from your mic.
Yeah. So these are the jail cells, and they're supposed to be... they're supposed to be acrylic. Let me take a picture of that. I'm sure they'll tell me why they weren't, but I'm going to take a picture of this for, and give them a note on it. Okay. Let's get this piece out. All right, cool. So the bottom tile does come two-sided. So like if somebody wants to, oh no. No, see, this is wrong too. See, this is why we do this. So it's supposed to be that the underside, or the bottom piece of the floor, has no grid or designs on it. So if you wanted the bank to be just a bank, with no high noon requirements, you just wanted a 3D bank, you could just do it. Just flip the floor. But what they did was they printed the artwork is wrong. These buckets, basically this needs to be inverted. That is a note. I need to again take a picture of that. This is why we do. See, this is what we do. This is.
And what people don't realise is, like you said earlier, is just how long that lead time is from you receiving this and taking these pictures to you getting the next version. It's just a long time. There's nothing you can do about it unless you sit in the factory, like you said earlier.
exactly. And I wish I could. Um, Here, actually, I'm not naked from waist down, but I do need to get up. So you see my wonderful blue.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Ah!
Oh, here we go. Actually, this will help. Yeah, it's and there's things I'm going to try to do to mitigate this. If they can get this, basically what we're going to do is, once I give them the updates on this, it'll be just a matter of them confirming through pictures on their end that they got it right. But it will still take time for them to do that. And yes, it just takes time. And I don't know. And and to your point, I think you're making is like I don't know. I don't know until I see it. But this is also why, like, I could have, they said they were like, hey, Dwight, we got it. It's done. We're ready to go into mass production. Let's go. And I said, no. I need copy. It's not like I don't trust you. I'm sure you think you got it right, and you probably got it close. But I am not going to mass produce something that is wrong. We did that. We've done that in the past. We ain't doing it again. Sorry. Dwight talking to the mic. I can't look. What do you want me to do? Like, hang on. Okay, let me put it over here. All right.
That's what I was trying to alert you to, bro.
Yeah, I know. How do they pop? Oh, look at that! It's monsooning outside for me too now. They're gonna pop in these little sockets, basically. All right. So I think that one's all done. So now the floor is done. So can you hear me? Am I still okay? Am I still all right? Okay, good. All right. Let's get, these are the walls. And again, all right, it looks like they got the artwork right on the walls. Fingers crossed. This is a big piece for me. The walls themselves, if this works, I'm going to be particularly proud of, because what you're going to see on the walls, oh, this is cool. So they actually, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but they actually cut the little bars out. But you see on the wall, like here in the jail, you got your little characters on the wanted signs. So there's going to be all these really cool little Easter eggs in here. Let's see if this works here. I got to poke out these windows. Let's see if they don't break the windows themselves. This is one of my concerns. Okay. Looks like that. My son is having a field day for nap time.
Yeah, he's making himself heard, yeah.
Yeah, you can hear him, right? So I'm using, just so you know, if this all works, at least for this part, I'm using a flathead screwdriver, and I'm just poking the pieces out. Looks like it's holding pretty well.
I would typically recommend an X-Acto knife for that, or a craft knife if you have one.
Yeah, I mean they're pre-scored, so we have that, but not everybody's gonna have one, So I gotta go with the lowest common denominator.
It's a 75-cent piece of hardware at Ace that'll save you not breaking your nice pieces.
You know what's funny is you say it like that, and you're totally right. When I used to teach drama at this high school, I was teaching them I was like drama theater production. So like we had this whole project where we were making sets. We were making like mock-up sets, and I was like, here's the tools you're gonna need. You need glue, Elmer's glue. You need an X-Acto knife. You need all these things. And like one of the parents, like everybody brought it except one student, and the parents brought a note and was like, I don't feel comfortable with a teacher requiring my daughter to bring a weapon to school. I'm like, the X-Acto knife?
There was only one weapon in that discussion, wasn't there?
That's amazing.
Lady, I didn't ask
She
you
has to
bring
speak
her
to the
mom,
manager.
All right. All right.
Was her name Karen? Yeah.
So there you go. There is the bars all cut out. This should go, if I recall correctly, it goes on this side, and let me see how it pops in. It actually looks like it could go in nice and tight. So Yeah,
That
it
is the
actually
way we
sque-
like
it
things to
actually-
fit.
It actually squeezes in pretty good. So here we are.
It's a family stream. Don't make the jokes, Beard.
Yeah, don't do that. You know what I'm saying.
I'm muted. I'm safe. Don't worry.
All right. Okay, so I think in terms of like breaking down, like once you put it together, you're gonna want to keep it together. Because going back together, taking it apart, putting it back together again is probably going to have wear and tear on it the way it's designed. But, I mean, that holds pretty well.
Yeah, that looks pretty good, Dwight.
All right. Okay, so now we got the jail walls. Yeah, these just... These really do need
Do
to be
the
acrylic.
the bars also pop out on those?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm waiting until it's actually out before I do that.
So, how thick is the material, Dwight? Can you hold it up so we can see the thickness?
There's the funky
Yeah.
thickness.
Okay, so it's what, about maybe 2 millimeters? 3?
Let me check here. Yeah, it's just shy of an 1/8 inch. It's one notch.
I've been in the Philippines too long. I use metric now.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, but these should be acrylic, and I don't know why they didn't do that. I was very specific on that.
So is it like the plastic coated foam kind of thing?
Um,
I'm sorry, it's hard for me to see on the stream to tell exactly what the material is. But
So this is the issue: is that they did acrylic on the front facing walls. This is acrylic, and they did it on the front facing walls, but they didn't do it on the side on these walls. And I don't know why.
Saving money.
No, I told him no. I told him don't worry about that. And honestly, I don't even think I don't think even they were concerned about it. Yeah, these bars just come right out.
cool. Hopefully they don't break easily. That's what I'm worried about.
I don't think so. It's a thick material. All right. Okay, let's see here. So now actually, now I need to actually see which way this connects. Uh-huh. Well, now that's something. What is this? I think this is old artwork. Because if I look in here, let me see. Okay, I don't know what these are. The thunder just reported that. Okay,
was a huge rumble.
Actually, okay. So, okay, well, actually, wow. I'm glad we did this. So I don't know what these are. I'm just gonna tell them because they don't go to anything that I can see yet. And this is actually the interior wall, and this piece connects to it. They provided them. I just confirmed on my prototype. So, okay, we're still in the game, gentlemen. We're still here. And talk about saving money. I may be able to tell them we don't need this. Aha! And actually, I think this whole piece is extra because
Spare parts.
yeah, right. Well, okay. The okay. All right. I can see what's happening. The looks like the acrylic pieces for the lamp thing are in here even. Yeah, here they are. Remember I was saying that that these pieces were supposed to be acrylic? The lamp posts? Well, there it is. They included it. So that's done. Okay. Now, okay, this is interesting. I wonder if that's okay, it looks like it's even scored. Okay. All right, this might not be riveting, and I apologize for that, but
Oh,
okay.
I'm on the edge of my seat. Can't you
All
tell?
right. So it has protective filming on it, just like with Father Franklin. You just peel it off. All right. So now it's all nice and clear. Do the same thing with this guy. I was about to freak out. Okay, so we do know that the bottom floor needs to be flipped. That needs to happen. That's a small detail. That's just an easy, hey, flip the artwork. That's something I really don't need. Like, I'll have them confirm it, but I don't need a new prototype for that. All right, so this guy's going to go there. All right, so the acrylic pieces themselves are not so clingy. I can confirm that. So they slot right in, but I think you're going to need a little bit of super glue or something. As you can see, it comes there. But we'll actually maybe not, because this piece is held here, and it's pretty sturdy. This piece is going to have a back. It's going to go into the back wall, so that actually might work. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Oops, sorry, honey. Drop my heart. All right, let's get this out of the way for now. That there. Where's the other piece? Oh, here we go. So we got this piece and this piece. Same thing with this film. Yes, those pieces are. Don't glue them in, Spinner. This is. No, what secret building are you talking about? All right, let's see. That's off.
It's Dwight's 50 Shades of High Noon bunker.
Perfection. Yeah. I have a certain hobby before someone even know. All right, here we go. So these guys are going to go into the little slot there. And that, you know what I like is it actually aligns better than my prototype. My prototype was having issues with the plastic pieces aligning. So far, they're aligning pretty good with the slots falling into place. All right. Next up, this is going to be a challenge because I have to decide which piece is going to go first. I think the interior wall needs to go next. Probably should have put this on first. So this is the interior wall I just punched out. And what's funny is they have, even here in the windows, they've got little punch outs. So I'll go ahead and punch those out. They're a little off. The print is a little off. And that might be something that I, have them adjust. I don't really need that one.
While you're doing that, from my experience just playing with the miniatures with children and drunk adults, I feel like the best thing is to have things be as durable as possible.
I agree.
So
I agree.
if I was going to have one of these sets, I probably wouldn't even punch out the windows.
Yeah,
That's just my take.
and that's why I included the artwork in the windows, because I wanted it to be a completely optional for you. So 100% agree. I'm doing it because I need to see how it plays out both ways. Also, because I found that even with the windows punched out, it's still hard to kind of you still kind of forget where characters are. Like the fog of war becomes a real thing with a 3D buildings, just because you just completely forget that a miniature is where it is on the board, and it's a cool feature, but it can be cool, but it's also very punishing. So I don't actually play with 3D buildings.
I would be really interested to see how crazy that gets with constantly needing to. I'm assuming there's roofs to the buildings,
No,
needing to,
no, there's
or
on
with
these.
the multiple story buildings.
Oh yeah, so with the multiple stories, you just especially with the bordello, you remove. It's just like the tile. You just the balcony just comes off. But with the bordello tile, it's like a cellar in there, and like you really only go in there if you're going to get a crate. That said, one of the matches we played in at Southern Fried. Jason, my colleague Jason was who was he? He was he was Los Hermanos. Another guy was playing the Bandera Blondes, and I was playing Monco Macat. And I basically pushed them all back into the bordello, and Monco had a pump shotgun, and he was black, and like they both a bandito and a bandero ran into the cellar, and the bandito was standing at the door like, haha, I'm blocking you, and I was at the window outside, and I was just punching through the door. He's like, ah, so he ran deeper into the cellar. The only time I've ever witnessed people actually fighting in the cellar. So they're shooting each other in this little tiny confine of the cellar as I'm like slowly walking in with my pump action shotgun, which by the way was armed with buckshot, so it had a spread attack. So after they finished dealing enough damage to each other, I just walked in casually and was like, spread damage, you're both dead. It was fun. But usually nobody even goes in there. So roof issues is not usually an issue, but who knows.
For all the stories I've heard about High Noon, I still think I have the most unique one.
The one where Father Franklin deployed, unloaded an entire magazine into one bushranger, and he held off the entire attack.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, but I'm talking about the time where I PayPal'd $5 to another player to get him to give me all his gold at the end of the game.
I didn't even catch it. I didn't even see it happening. Well, I guess you win.
I remember you saying, that's the spirit of the game. That's the spirit of High Noon.
It is. It is. It's like cheating at cards. It's like, All right. So I'm going to take a picture of this with them. I'm going to get their feedback on it. But it's kind of a blessing and a curse. And so I'm going to just show you what I'm seeing. So right there, you see how it's like bent, like the bottom of the middle.
You need to move the microphone closer. People probably can't hear you.
Sorry. You see how on the bottom or the middle piece, the middle connector, how it's bending outward at the top of the bottom connector, right here. See that?
Yeah, that's visible.
It's visible. Now the thing is what it is it's just tight. It's just really tight. So it's not going anywhere. So it's kind of I don't know. I need to see if they can make it, if they can maybe shave off just a hair and see if that'll work.
I would go so far, since we're kind of discussing this, if this was in my possession, I would set all these things up and I would glue them together with a high-end super glue so they would never come apart, and I'd keep them on a shelf. And when it's time to play High Noon, buildings are already good to go.
Oh, you mean like I do up there?
Is that what you've got behind you? I can't see it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be the same.
Oh, well, now I feel dumb.
I mean, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I agree with you. My whole thing though is I'm trying to make, and this may be a thing where like I just can't. Like it's just a compromise too far. I'm trying to what my ideal version of this is that you don't need glue. If you don't have it, if you're a kid and you just don't, you're not good with glue. Because what happens is if you get glue on this and you try to wipe it away, it's gonna mess with the paint. It's gonna mess with the artwork. It's gonna rip it off and all that. Ask me how I know. So my objective with it was making puzzle pieces that were so tight that you don't need glue. It's a craft. It's a kid's game. It's a kid's toy. It's a craft.
Like
But
a
what you
snap
could do
together
is-
model kit.
Yeah, it's snap tight, right? And so that was my goal. That was my objective. And again, like I said, it might be a compromise too far, but the other thing is I wanted these to be affordable. That if they actually did break apart and you needed to get a new one, it's like just go buy a new one. Just go buy a new one. Just give me more of your money.
Oh, right. Well, actually, you saying snap tight, that's actually a really good idea, Dwight. I know this isn't exactly a brainstorming session we're doing here, but that's actually really good to have an option for permanent models, even if they are snap tight, plastic, where you can even display them, because obviously the artwork is beautiful, and the plastic would, I don't know, you'd have a lot of decals. There would be a lot of decals involved, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Closing up that gap. All right, so that wall is up. And as you can see, Sheriff Garrett behind his desk is that wonderful little rifle just sitting there. His little picture of home in the back. You can, right there. All right. So now, go ahead and put these in. I'm just slotting these pieces in. Oop. This piece. Oh, got to punch that hole. So far, everything is lining up pretty good, and I'm happy about that. All right, that's going to go in. And after we put these in, it's going to be the moment of truthosis. Here's the back wall.
Dwight, you've got another question from Spinners in the chat, just so you know.
Is the floor raised because the recesses? He's asking. Son of a gun. My screwdriver head just fell in the trash. High Noon Live, everybody. High Noon Live. Did it fall in the trash? Where'd it go? I hear it. I hear you. I'm not a bum, okay?
Bin dipping.
Give me your money. I'm not a bum.
Where is it? I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. But rewind the play 5 minutes because that fat piece of ass was talking. It's a little whitest kids you know sketch.
I got the reference. That was glorious.
Is the floor raised because no, actually it is a little bit, but it's really raised because it's the thickness of the cardboard. The recesses of the walls, here, I'll show you. It is a little bit. There's see, I don't know if you can tell right there. It's there, yeah. Now there's where your X-Acto knife could come in. Scrape off the floor. Scrape off the bottom. All right. Okay. One tray down. All right. So I'm not, I mean, I could. It's up to you guys. I was just going to build the buildings, but I could put together the furniture too.
That do it all.
Do it all. All right, you know what? You're
We're
right.
doing it live.
We're doing it. F it, we're doing it live. All right. Do this. I'm trying to see if I have to. I'm sorry. If I'm trying to see if I have to put the back wall on first. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Stop falling in the trash can. All right. All right. So here is the back wall. I mean, I like how thick, how much it's squeezing in. I like it. I get how like a purist would be like, meh. But like the whole point, the reason why I made the colors of the minis what they are is because I wanted to call back to like the old school days of like the plastic cowboys and Indians, and like the whole reason why this is the artwork is the way it is because it kind of feels like a Saturday morning cartoon. So like this is for kids, you know? All right. All right.
I'm going to disappear for a little bit. I need to jar
get
up my chutney. So hopefully you'll still be building when I get back.
Oh yeah, I think so.
What is a chutney? I still don't know what a chutney is.
I don't know either.
You see,
Is it a family-friendly topic?
it's definitely very family friendly. Yeah, you like bourbon, you don't know what chutney is. I don't know.
Exactly.
Well,
No,
I'm a
chutney is a
redneck, man. What do you want
preserve.
from me?
Chutney is a preserve.
Okay.
It's this is made with plums and apples from my own garden, and then you kind of put other things in it, and you boil it with vinegar.
Yeah.
And it goes
Okay, I've
really
never
well
heard
with
of such
good
a thing.
strong cheese. It's really nice.
All right, cool. That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
get some.
Yeah, so I literally taken all day to make it. So I'm going to go and
Have fun
put it in
stirring,
this.
bro.
Boom.
Well,
So
I'm going to go and put it in this jar. So I'm back in a bit. Looking good, by the way,
good.
Dwight.
Yeah.
Back in a bit.
So here we have the walls are in, and what I like is, let's see. Yeah, see that? So this is great because in my prototype, you probably, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but like this is my prototype, and there's a little bit of a bow on the walls and the interior walls and the exterior walls because we were just having an issue getting the notches from the acrylics to line up with the cardboard. It seems like the factory has done a really good job of that. So, yeah, that's really nice. That's really nice. Okay, so now we're gonna do the awning that goes over the boardwalk, and that's this piece right here.
This is actually something that's I've been interested to see how that's going to go.
Yeah, this one was a total redesign for them. This is what they were trying to get right because this is what supports the awning. The little lamppost supports the awning by clipping on to the wood pieces, which is what these are. So they printed this whole sheet just to do the little wood pieces. But so I'm gonna tell them they don't have to do that, but they. In order to make that happen, they redesigned the cut of the acrylic piece, and we can see it here on this prototype. If we look at the very top, see how big. Let me see. See how big the acrylic nudge is. See that? And if we look at the top of this one. It's really, well, look at it that way. It's really small. See that? Anyway, I don't know if you can see it. But.
It looks a lot more like a lamp and a lot less like a big chunk of plastic.
Yeah. I swear, I'm making this factory more American every day. We are the American cowboy.
I deal with a couple of Chinese factories also, and I can definitely say that they are capable of producing some crazy things.
Yeah. I wonder if I'm supposed to peel this off. It looks like I am because, so you can see what I'm seeing. If I can get this in front of me, throw that away. Trash.
Your
So
camera's not focusing on it very well.
I know. I can't. Yeah. Anyway, there's on the lamp itself. There's a little. It looks like it's almost cut around it. So it looks like this black should come off, and it should. Like you should only see the lamp, not this black background. So I'm gonna dig into this and see if that'll peel off. And if it doesn't, that'll be a note. Because I know they can do decals. They do them on the they do icons on the ladder rungs of the clock tower. I'm impressed with people that are still tuning in. You guys are awesome. You guys are the real OGs.
I mean, it's almost 2 in the morning here.
Yeah, that's, dude, you too, man. How's life treating you over there?
Do you really want to know?
Probably our fans probably don't. You could just say it's good. We could talk about it
It's
later.
good. I can sum up the Philippines in 3 points. The weather is normally great. The dudes are really cool, and the women are really hot.
That's good to know. All right, it does not look like. All right, so it doesn't look
there
like
goes one of them.
off. I've scratched off some of it, but it looks like this is a print. So that'll be a note. That will be a note. The high. Hey man, you know I actually was talking to a factory that makes Lego minifigures, and I was getting that I was creating all the custom High Noon minifigures. That was a goal of mine. All right, maybe one day, when I'm not afraid of getting sued by Lego. So I don't know why they did this. I don't see anymore. This is furniture. These are going to be the pieces, okay? The print looks great here. Not so much there. This one looks good. It's on both of those. I don't know why they didn't just nudge the artwork over. All right. Okay. So these little guys are going to go right in the right on those little pieces there, and on the side. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it just stands there. Just stands there. That one's a little loose, but it looks like it's working. I'm going to take a picture of this because let me just take a picture of this. Gotta send this to the factory. All right. And then this guy should just go right on top. Slide in there. And then press down into these. This is definitely. All right. Let's go there. With these smaller notches, I can see potentially the issue. Hi. Keep it PG, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
Keep it PG.
Now she can hear you. Yeah. I've got you on
PG.
speakers so she can hear the stream.
Right.
Yeah. She's going to bed. She just got something to drink.
Ah, right on.
Yep.
All right. Get this.
This is Dwight. He's doing his live stream for his pet project, High Noon.
All right.
Yeah, there's another guy. He's in Ireland, I think.
So this is definitely going to be, I think, an issue on these smaller notches because they're just so small that they want to squish instead of going into the hole, you little notch. Don't you want to go in the hole? Do it this way.
Dwight, my friend.
Yes, sir.
I need to interrupt you for a moment just to say, hey, something's come up, and I'm gonna have to pop off of your live stream,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Go have fun.
But
Good.
I'm very happy to see this we got going on here, man. This stuff looks really cool.
Yeah, it's coming together, man.
I'm really hoping I can get some of this out here in the Philippines.
We're working on it. We're working on it. I'll get you some copies.
Nice.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
Take her easy, brother.
You too. All right. So, not a fan. Not a fan. But they are there. They do stick in. Actually, you know what? I take it back. It took a little finagling, but it got it working. Oh, that's where the film is. Okay. All right. That kind of makes sense. Okay. So then this piece, this was the piece that they were saying, like, this is what they were saying was taking so long to get right, was this guy. The support for this guy. And so what he does is he just clips right in on the side. Yeah. Look at that. This is uncanny. Like, there's no glue. That was my objective, and it appears that it's working. So, where's the rest of it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay. We're nearly there on the home stretch of the jail, guys. Home stretch. Let me take those out. Three more. There we go. Take the film on. So I do want to make sure that they get rid of the black background. They did it on all of them. I think that's an artwork issue. It's probably my bad. But easy to fix. And you know what? One of the reasons why I did these lamp posts is for this exact reason. The lamps are supposed to kind of provide structural support. And it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. So they're doing the job. Now what I'm not seeing, I'm already seeing it come up, is there's no holes in the ground of the floor for the furniture. So the furniture is going to be free flowing. Okay, what's going on here? Okay. They're all the same direction. All right. Yeah, if that's the case, they're all the same direction, then they need to, they definitely need to have a clear, like, the black background cannot be on this stuff. So, you know, after we're done, oh, hello. Yeah. After we're done with this whole like test, I'm gonna give them the feedback. We can get it to work. They'll get to work on it. But there you go. So here is the they're all in. Look at that. And when the black background's gone, it'll just look like hanging lanterns, like this. See that? That's the objective. But I made the lantern smaller, so you can actually see behind it. But yeah, that's the jail, guys. That's the structure of the jail. No glue. No glue required. Right? Yeah, it's super solid. Look at that. So the only thing that's wrong, two things wrong that are like deal breakers. And that is for me, it's the yes. Yes, this is a special ops jail. High tech jail. High tech, that's the new game. So we'll get that fixed, and the artwork on the bottom will get fixed because that is a non-negotiable. Now we have. Let's get to the jail beds themselves. So let's see. 1, 2. Appears I'm missing. Looks like, okay, so it looks like they only sent me 1. Unless it fell somewhere. I'm not seeing it. All right. Next bit of feedback is they only sent me 1 jail bed. I see. They included a jail bed here. But in fact, the jail bed is also supposed to be made of acrylic. So, not sure what that's about. But let's go ahead and build the jail bed. Let's see. Does it have yeah, it has a protective film. I'll take that off. I just love acrylic. I just love acrylic pieces. It really brings, like, raises. Sorry if you can hear me. It raises the production value, I think. You know, the whole experience just adds that little touch. You got the touch. Do 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 do. This will probably be the least fun of your build. It's taking apart, but just look, I don't know if you can see it, but like seeing the light, how the light hits it, it just, I don't know. For me, it just makes the color pop. There's a message in the Discord. I want to see what's going on here. Oh, okay. Not for you guys. All right. I do want to show you. I said that I would have. Well, I'll bring it out when Beard gets back. We'll talk about it. All right. So that's on this end. Where is it at? Is it this side? That's the print side. Maybe it's on this side? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So the bed is made of 4 pieces, all acrylic. And we're going to see if they snap together nice and smooth. All right. Pieces. All the film's gone. So, oh yeah. Oh, that fits nice. Nice and tight there. Yup. All right. Does it go that way? I think it goes this way. Yeah. This way. Uh-oh. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Maybe I spoke too soon. All right, so it's a little loosey-goosey. Either they're gonna need, like, this one's nice, this one works, and then this one's got these rounded edges. What happened there? Probably because I took that film off, but I wanted to take the film off. Makes it look good. Yeah, because this piece is gonna plug nice there. Okay, no, you know, yeah. So this is the see, yeah, this is gonna be an issue. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take a little bit of patience, but this will probably require some glue. But here is the bed. And then the sides of it look like this. But as you can see, it kind of falls apart. So I got to figure out how they can do that. Otherwise, you just have to glue it, ladies and gents. I mean, it looks good. It stands up. Or just or just do it like this. Yay, here's your bed. Little attention to detail, you know? It's just the little things. Little things. I could probably squeeze these together. Nah, I'm not gonna fight with it. I'm not gonna fight with it. They're missing a bed already anyway, but that's where the bed goes. Bed goes in there. All right. So then next after that is the desk. Okay, cool. I was worried about this. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Remember that scoring thing I was telling you about that I was hoping it would have? Looks like they did it, but it looks like they did it on the wrong side. Actually, you know what? I don't want to speak too soon. The desk, Garrett's desk looks good. So we'll punch that out. Actually, when Beard gets back, we'll bring him back in. But here we go. What's going on here? Something's happening here. All right, here we go. The score is a little tough, but all right. So here's what they did. This one looks pre-scored. See that? So what's supposed to happen, I think, is, yeah, my bad. Yes, you can see it much better now. All right, so this is your desk. It's going to come pre-scored like that, so we should be able to bend it. This makes, yeah. It's not the, so this was the idea anyway. See, the score wasn't great. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know why they decided to do it with the furniture. Of all the things, the little furniture. Because now it's, yeah, now it's all screwed up. They should have just cut that. They should have just made those separate pieces. Because now what you're doing is you're fighting with the print. It's the, see, I would never approve this straight up without building it myself. And this is why people are wondering. Okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like. This is not good. This, I'm not, no, that's not enough. This is not an approve. So these were pre-scored. I'm going to say no to all of that. I can already see the desk happening. They pre-scored the desk too, and they pre-scored it on the wrong side. So even if it worked, it wouldn't have the artwork on it. And I'll show you what I mean. On here, See, you're supposed to see all that cool stuff on the desk. Everything's supposed to feel alive in the kit. And that is not going to happen with that set. Now, let's do the chair. I might, depending on how this plays out, I might just tell them, screw it, just do everything acrylic for these pieces, or do them as polystyrene. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Welcome back, brother.
Thank you. I ran out of jars, so I've had to put some more in and I have to go away again in a bit.
Oh, you're good. We just had a fail whale on the furniture.
Dude, that's not what we want.
No, it's not. It is not what we want.
But that is why you do QA.
That is exactly right. It is exactly right.
That's why
Guys,
you wait.
this is why I wanted to do this. Like, here's the thing is, I get it. This is a lot to ask of people to come in and hang out. We've been here for 2 hours. Granted, 45 minutes of it or whatever was me just blabbing about updates. But, we've been here for 2 hours, and we're not even finished with the jail. We still got the bank to do. And then we've got the clock tower, and I can already see there's gonna be issues with the clock tower that I told them about. So I don't know why it's not changed. We're gonna see if they actually did it. But I see pieces in there that are like, it doesn't look like they paid attention. But I really wanted you guys to see what this goes into. It's not. I swear to guys, I'm not trying to drag things out. I really not. I really wish this was done. I wish this was done forever ago. All of us do. My wife, Lord knows, my wife does. But it will be done, and when it's done, it's going to be great because we're going through all this stuff. This is what we go through, and I wanted you to see it. I wanted you to fully understand that when I'm not updating, and I will try to be, I'll try to be better about that. I'll try to be better about doing regular updates. But I want you to see that, like, if I'm not updating, this is what I'm dealing with. Okay? And the reason why I didn't update is because this is what I'm dealing with. I like to give you guys beautiful updates, like actual progress. This is basically like, now that said, the jail looks great. I was just showing them so you could see it. I'll bring it back into here for you, Beard. Here's the structure of the jail.
Nice.
Very, very, very solid. Upside down, boom.
Yeah, that is cool.
There's your supports. There's your lampposts. I got to fix that. I got to fix the artwork on the lampposts, but it's good,
Looks good, man.
All right. We're doing a chair. Last piece for the jail because the other this was the. This is the desk.
Oh, that doesn't really go together, does it?
No. Remember I was saying before I was wanting the buildings to do little flappy flaps. Makes sense for the buildings because they're big. They decided to do it with the furniture. They had to have put one of these together and seen that. Like, they had to have known.
Not necessarily, no.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
You are dealing with a certain part of the world with a certain attitude towards QA.
Yeah.
That's why you do it.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing they had to have known is I'm going to do it. They're not going to get one by me this time. All right. Okay. Well, you know what? Fingers crossed on this one. The chair, not too bad. Not perfect, okay? But here's your little chair. Yeah, look at that.
Looks good.
Yeah, there's a little cushion. The back and the front, the actual back of it is off. I gotta deal with that. But there's your chair. All right, so we have issues with this one. Is the floor is wrong. Let me just do it this way. Jail notes. Flip side floor. Wrong. The remove black from lamps. Missing one acrylic bed. And oh, the pillars, flip side, wrong. And then the desks, the furniture. All right, and I'm going to say don't fold them. All right, so that is, guys, that's literally like, welcome to my world. Okay, that's how QC works. I waited forever to get this. I was really nervous about how this would turn out. But it turned out really good. Like this is manageable, guys. But like by the way, like the stuff that they brought in, very manageable, very easy to fix. I should not need to have them send me physical QC samples. Moving forward now, I've got the pictures, I've got their product. I can show them, hey, this is wrong. Pinpoint, drill down to those things, and they'll be able to identify it. So that is it for the jail. Spinner says, yeah, too bad it did for the bed. Yeah, I know. We'll get the bed to work. We do this for love. But you know, like at the end of the day, I say all I say about the glue, but if something about their acrylic pieces, their acrylic puzzle pieces, they've always been finicky about it. Like if you guys have the Bandero Blondes tile and you put together the elevated supports, especially if you take off the film, it makes the supports hard, like hard to stay together. They get really flimsy. So you know, the answer is to just keep that stuff, the film on for those. But moving forward, like I don't know. The coloring though is really good on the acrylics. I'm really proud of that. I'm really happy with that. All right, next up is the bank. The bank actually it's a bigger piece. I'm really excited about the bank and nervous about the bank. I know you guys want to see the clock tower. That's what you guys really. I'll get there.
You're a tease, aren't you? Leave the best to last.
All right. Okay. Now let's see. First up is the. Here's the floor. This is the bottom. This is the flip side of the floor. I'm gonna solo in here for a second. So here's the flip side of the floor, and that's the actual grid. Now this, let's see if this actually is correct. It looks like. Okay, so it looks like the flip side of the. Oh shoot. No. Nope. Again, so this is another issue with the flip side. This is it's wrong. Because this is correct. Okay? This is correct because this is where the office is supposed to be, and that's the vault. But notice that when we flip it, here is now the vault, and that's the office. See that? So, simple fix, needs to be fixed. That said, it's good enough for us to proceed with building the actual high noon piece because the grid is done. The grid side is correct. So, just disheartening is all. Now, I wonder. I can't remember, but did you Beard, do you remember? I mean, did you assemble the marketplace?
I have not had time to yet. No.
Oh, okay, okay. I can't remember if it came, if you had punch outs or if it was already punched out. That's what I was going to ask.
I can't remember. I can go and have a look. It's room next door, but
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll sort it out with them. Okay, comes out pretty easy. A lot of punching in this one. There's a lot of walls, a lot of things that are punching in the floor. So I have to stabby stab on this one. But the scoring seems good, even at the end. All right, I think we're done there. Yeah. Alrighty. Here we go. Time to punch. Ah. So you've been working on that stuff all day, huh?
yeah, started harvesting about 8 o'clock this morning. It took about 15 minutes, and then I was chopping for about 5 hours,
Goodness gracious.
which was just not very much fun.
How much like how big is the batch though? Like
It's stupid. I think it was 5 kilograms of plums. Sorry, that's about 11 pounds. Is it 12 pounds? Something like that.
but how much does that make? Does it make enough? Does it make a lot?
A lot. It's far more than I need.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a massive batch. Like I said, I had as many jars as I could in the for making it, jarring it, and I ran out, so I've had to put more in.
Wow.
So I'll have to go again in a minute and fill those ones.
I'm not going anywhere.
You'll still be here.
I will still be here.
It's a labour of love, but the thing is, it's once a year, and I can't eat that much chutney in a year, so it's fine.
What do you drink with it?
I put it on sandwiches with like cheese and ham.
Oh,
And that.
okay.
Yeah, so it's like a preserve spread. It's a savoury preserve.
Do you sell it when you're done?
Nah.
So you're gonna when you come here to the States, are you gonna bring some for me?
You know it.
Heck yeah.
I'll stick one of these to one side. Yeah.
How long is it good for? Like how long?
Years.
Stored years.
10, 15, 20 years.
Wow.
I've got some I made in 2014 that I still haven't eaten. It's still good.
Wow. Is it like brandy or whatever, or like liquor where it ages or anything, or no? Like once it's made, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it'd be a bad thing. You can. It's basically canning. So if it changes, it's just going to poison you and probably kill you. So that
True.
doesn't happen.
Fair enough. I mean, to be fair,
that's where you
like,
get
once
botulism from.
like an alcohol, its date is whatever it came out of the bottle or the barrel. Like it doesn't get older than that, but.
Yeah, maybe bourbon, Scotch. It ages in the barrel.
Yeah, but does it age out of the barrel? Like when you take it out of the barrel, when you buy.
Oh yes, when it's in the bottle. No, well, if it starts aging in the bottle, then again it's just corking, isn't it? And that's not what you want. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, they did it here too. Shoot. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. So they've pre-scored. This is what they did. They pre-scored the furniture. So once again, if you can see the score lines on the vault. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work out. Let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and get them out of the way. A little nervous on that. I appreciate their attempt. Get this guy too. They also did not score the windows on this one. Not sure why. All right. By the way, everybody, if you wonder who keeps the lights on in the Discord server when I'm not around, it's this guy. So thank you, Beard.
It's a pleasure. It's no work at all. A good bunch in there.
Yeah. I wish they were a little bit more rowdy. We'll get there. Okay, cool. All right, so this piece is out. And now this piece. I'm not gonna lie, I get a little nervous when I punch these, but they punch pretty good. I say that as this happens. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right. Okay, moment of truth for the vault. Should I punch? Like, it looks like it needs to be bent my way, right? Because the scoring is on this side, right? Go. No, see, it does it. It does it here too. Like, it bends, but it's not.
So the score isn't deep enough. Is that what the problem is?
Looks like.
If you got an X-Acto knife,
I
could
do.
you
I do have an exact.
gently run it around and just see?
Yeah. No, I don't get it. Where is my well, oh, here we go. Okay. How dangerously do we want to live? All right. I have my old scoring table over there. I guess I can give you a little tour of my office. So let me turn the light on. Guys, this is where I live every day, much to the chagrin of my wife. Let me get some light here. Not really well lit. There's a storm outside, but usually the sunlight blasts through all these windows. But my palm tree needs the rain. So there's my little kid's stuff that he builds for me. And then there's my 3D printer. That's where all my prototyping is. That's right. I do all my printing in the same room. I like to get high noon over here. So there's the print. There it is. And then right over there is where all the magic happens. That's where I build stuff. That's like my craft table. These are my other machines that are running. And then if I ever do a screener, like if I'm ever like testing a screener of stuff, it's like plays right there. That's my office. All right. Okay. Thank you, Thur. It's where, you know, it has to be a little bit inspiring. You know, I have to walk into my office and feel inspired.
Yeah, it's a nice space, that.
All right. Okay. Now let's get back to scoring. Usually I would do this over at that table, but let me bend it a little bit to open it up. Okay. The thing is you shouldn't have to do this. Nobody should have to do this.
No, but I mean, if you can say it took this many passes of an X-Acto, they can probably guess how much deeper to do
Yeah.
the score. That was what I was thinking.
True. Still don't love it. Whatever. Much better. Just leaves all that ugliness in there. And if these were just separate pieces, it'd be fine. Fudge. But they're all fighting with each other.
That's the problem when you've got things in tension, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. And then this, okay, I see what they did there. I want these to bend inward. I don't see how this is going to work. What I do for all you guys. Like I
We
said,
appreciate it.
I wanted this to be live. I wanted people to see, like, okay. All right. Yeah, this could surprise me.
Will there be an instruction like sheet or something like that
Yes, I
included?
talked to them about that. I said, "Hey, I need you guys to make an like it doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to have words in it, but it needs to be, it's got to have pictures and things in there so people can see what to do." So yes, they're working on that.
Yeah, that's quite an arcane craft, making them understandable.
Yeah. Okay. All right. When in this instance, when they're all coming together, doesn't seem like it'll work, but actually, again, yeah, I had to score it, but it actually does currently with the scoring. It does work. Comes together. Okay. I'm not in love with it. They're gonna have to fix it, but for a first step prototype, for first step QC, there it is.
That's good.
Yeah, looks good. This is not approval, but it is a good step.
Started. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna put that over here. Big question is, does the building assemble? And that's what we're gonna get to right now. Time to punch some stuff out. All right. Okay. Front is punched. Again, they didn't score the windows, so I have to make that a note. This piece, this area is what really. This took a while because they couldn't grasp the concept of the artwork on the walls. They kept putting it on backwards when they were sending me pictures. That's why this was actually the piece that forced me to like be like, no, I'm gonna send you an actual, you know, an actual prototype. So you put it together, and actually they put it together, and then they put it together wrong. And I was like, no, see, you're putting it together wrong. Like that, these pieces need to go here. And they're like, oh. And then once they confirmed it, I was like, okay, now you see how the artwork should look when you put it together. That's how it needs to look when you're done. I'm like, okay. All right. Now you see what they've done, I get it. So I sent them what I sent them was like a whole artwork template. And so the artwork sheet, I was like, look, here's the artwork for the different walls and different furniture. These walls need to be acrylic. Like certain wall needs to be acrylic. So they made the acrylic piece, but then they kept the original artwork on the print sheet and I don't know why. I don't know if their plan is to not include it. I don't know. But like, so here's a sheet, okay, of furniture, walls, things like that. But this is the actual acrylic wall. See, they're the same thing. So this does not go in. This is what goes in.
That's a bit odd.
Yeah. That's why one of the things I'm going to confirm with them is, hey, are you printing all this, or are you gonna cut it? Like once I approve of this, are you gonna provide it pre-cut, you know, pre-punched, and they just assemble it? This this I'm particularly proud of. I'll explain why. So in the back office, I did this in like one of my updates, but it's one thing to see it as a digital rendering. It's another to see it, you know, in real life. But on the back wall of the office of the bank, I put little portraits of like the past presidents of the bank.
Nice.
And then on another wall, let's see if it's there. And then on another wall is like this sits on like where the guests where the like customers sit. It's like next to them, so like that's like a little painting. And then over here is a ledger just like posted on the wall. I don't know. Let me see if I can pull it up. Like it's gonna be like a little ledger, digital ledger. That's see there you go. It's like it's the little like a one of those writing boards with paper on it. Like that's where they keep their notes and stuff. Little kind of Easter egg things.
I was going to ask you actually when you were talking about future plans. Are you going to do another book?
I'm actually in the I'm several chapters into the next book.
Good.
And it takes place literally like the prologue picks up like a day after the events of the first book.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first book.
I'm glad that, man. That makes me happy.
Yeah, I really like reading it.
Yeah.
It's in my library on my bookshelf. Pride of place.
Yeah, there's some more memorable characters in it. There's also there's new characters in it that I'm designing for an expansion posse, but they're introduced in the book. But it's
cool.
It's a good one. All right, let's see here.
Right, I'm gonna disappear for a bit.
Now?
Back in a minute.
Do you think? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to get all of the interior walls in, because then hopefully I'll be able to just pop the exterior walls in on the outside to sandwich them all together. I think that'll be the easiest way to assemble this guy. Which means that's there. And for brevity, I'm not gonna do the furniture anymore, because I think we've established what needs to happen for the furniture. So once the building's done, we'll move on to the clock tower. Just want to see that this works. All right. So this piece goes here. can't see it, here, I'll do it this way. One thing I do, I'm not a big fan of 3D. You guys know, like I fought hard against all of y'all about doing 3D buildings. And one thing I do respect about them is they do make it abundantly clear where the doors are. That was a constant question from people. People just running into the vault, completely ignoring the vault door. There we go. All right, so this is why I wanted this to be acrylic, because now you have that beautiful like teller window that just you see right through it. It's just, I love that. All right, so it's acrylic, so it's just gonna kind of sit there. And so here's the vault door. Now on the vault door, you've got two different sides, and this is another piece of the detail. So this is the side facing the office. So you would spin that to open it up, but on the other side, you get to see all of the gears in working the vault. And it does line up. They did it right. So this is properly the back. That's good. Tight fit, but it goes in. So there's your vault. And then we'll drop in the front. Overall, I'm very impressed. I am impressed. They came it is darn near perfect. I think we're there. I think we're pretty much there, guys. And it makes me very happy to say. Okay, yeah. Almost had right as I said that, I had a little mini heart attack. Like, did I just speak too soon? Okay. Let's get, this is actually the back window. Oh, I gotta punch those out. It's gonna. Okay. I think I need to get these in first. Hard to see. This one's a little annoying. Then I'm trying to do it while like it's in the air. So I'm trying to do this while it's in the air, so I'm gonna push it down the table. Man. Much. All right, whatever. I'm gonna do it this way. I don't know what's going on here. Does this help? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we are getting some good rain over here. All right. Now will that go in? Come on. Okay. Okay. That's pushing up against that. See if I can wedge that in. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Boom. Back well done. Okay, so now this goes here. Oh. Is this right? Nope. Nope. This was something that I specifically told them. This is wrong. I have to put it together the way it is so I can show them, but this is wrong. And this is frustrating because I had this like we already addressed this. We already fixed, like I addressed this. And guys, see, here's the thing. Like, actually, I'm not going to be frustrated because this is why I wanted to do this. So that you could see what we go through. It doesn't matter how many different iterations I do at the factory. Unless I get a physical QC sample, I can't know if they did it right. They, like, the pictures that they gave me have it right. I don't know why they did this wrong. I don't know. I don't know if she accidentally sent me the wrong file or what. But this is why I can't just, as much as I want to ship these out to you, I can't be like, oh yeah, the factory said it's ready to go, so we're going to ship it out. No, we did that before. And every time I do that, there's an issue. And then there's frustration because there's something wrong, okay? And again, it doesn't matter. Like, remember I did QC on those loot cards, the starter set replacement loot cards, and even then, even after QC, they forgot. They accidentally swapped out the Pepperbox Derringer. And I had to get it done. I had to get them replaced. Now, you guys haven't gotten those yet. You haven't gotten the Pepperbox Derringers yet, but the factory did, to their credit, they did the reprints. They didn't charge me for that, but they did say, hey, can you cover the shipping? No problem. I can cover shipping on a few thousand cards, no problem. But I cannot cover shipping on a whole reprint of 3D buildings. It's just I can't do that. I can't afford it. So when this has to be right. Like, it has to be right before I do any approval. Now look, this looks great, right? Like, this is the assembled building. Artwork looks good. Only one problem. There's curtains on the outside, and the pictures are on the outside. That's not going to do any good. That's because they got the artwork wrong. They got it backwards. So I have to address that with them and say, hey, listen, I got to take pictures of this because it's wrong. Now, the vault. Let's see, does the vault fit? Yep. This is another piece. This is another part that'll help the vault like stay together, but it slides in. But I don't like that the cut. Look at that. Like it works, but I'm not going to deliver this to you. This is not the state at which you're going to get this kit. See that? No. 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 But I want it now. I don't care. You're going to get it when it's right. Okay? Not a minute before. But, you know, look, we got QC samples. This is a huge step. This is a huge step forward. It took how many years to get to here? We got here. So this is not a, I'm not disheartened by this. There's a lot right in this, in what's happening here. There's more right than there is wrong. So this is progress in the right direction. But this is why when people ask like, hey, when is this, what's the shipping up? There is no shipping update. There's no shipping update. There will not be a shipping update until the update in which this is correct. Okay? When I have an update for this, where it's like, hey, we got it, it's done, then there can be a production update followed by a shipping update. So here, even this, like, this is another issue is another reason why, like, it looks great or whatever, but like because of this, the way it is, see how like the edges aren't flush, right? The edges of the vault aren't flush; they're sticking out. See that? I should take it out, but whatever. So because it's sticking out, because these edges at the end are sticking out everywhere, it's pushing the vault forward. So it's actually eating up some of the grid, and it's creating this tension on this back wall. And so this back wall is holding together as much as it can, but it's pushing the vault wall, it's pushing the back wall out. So what's going to happen eventually, pretty quickly, is, oops. Not because the wall is wrong. The wall is fine. This is wrong. And that's going to affect your experience. Dwight is always right. Hey, yeah, I am. I'm always right. And you know what? Here's another one. This is the vault, right? Look at this. What is this? This is how I'm right, okay? This is where the vault goes, right? But if you take the vault away, what were we talking about, Spinner? That secret building, the secret access. There it is. You can just crawl through the window behind the vault. That's how they robbed the bank. They built the window behind it, and then they drilled through the window to get to the back of the lock boxes. That's how they steal everything. Now, this is wrong. This is wrong, and until it's right, I cannot provide a shipping update. I can't do it. But what I can do is show you what is right. And what is right is this building looks great. The building looks great. The walls work. Let me got to do the last piece of it, which is it's the posts. We got to test the posts out. The posts hold up the awning. That's what these are. And let's see here. Oh. You back.
Certainly am.
Did you see that? Did you see that report?
I did. Yeah, I've been back for a minute or two.
Sorry.
No worries about it. I shared a picture in Discord of the chutney in case you're interested.
Oh. Pull that up. I am interested. Everybody's like, no, don't be interested. Do this. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wow, that's a lot of jars.
Yeah, I made a little bit too many.
There's no such thing. No such thing.
I'll put your name on one of them, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. All right, let's see here. So we're going to put the awning on and then call it for the bank. There's plenty of furniture, but I'm not interested. I'm going to tell them no scoring of the furniture. And we already know that the film is on this, so I'm not going to waste time on that either. I'm not going to wrestle with this thing anymore. This was a pain in the butt. Okay, maybe I'll wrestle with it a little more. Let me see if I can just get... No, I can't. That's annoying. All right, so... Again, little detail. There's the top of the awning. And and on the other side, you see the support beams. You'll never see this. You'll never see it, but whoever constructed the bank will know. That contractor that constructed the bank, they'll know that their awning is supported. I think did I do it, actually? I did want to do a little Easter egg. I don't know if it's there. No, it's not. I may add. I don't have time to add it. I'm not going to add it. Sorry. I was going to print a little shotgun, a little sawed-off shotgun on the underside of the office table, the office desk. I really wanted to do that. All right.
Little Easter eggs like that are cool.
Huh? Yeah. All right. Okay. Got the punches. All righty. So we're going to put these in. This is... Okay. Just slot right in there. Okay. Now this should, I'm going to put this on the table and do it, but it should slot in and then press down. Yeah, this one actually went on a lot easier than the jail. I gotta hand it to him. You know, I in my original template, I just made it so that so that you just press it. Like I was just like just press it down. The notches will actually hold it in place, so it's at a lower angle because I want that little angle. And what they did was they actually made it so that the support beams themselves have the angle in it. It's actually cut. So they did that, which is, you know, again, like these guys, like they're good at what they do. Nobody's perfect. No first draft is perfect. But what they've delivered, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I'm frustrated a bit about what's wrong. But at the same time, I have to focus on what's right. And they got a lot right. And I honestly, like, I was nervous when I got the box. I was nervous to open it. And that's why I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do this live because I know something's going to be wrong. I thought a lot more was going to be wrong. I thought a whole lot more was going to be wrong. All right. Okay, so for those who just tuned in, the back of the bank fell off because the vault itself pushed it out, and I don't feel like wrestling it again, but here we have the bank. As we can see, again, the awning, the support structures are there. No glue whatsoever on any of this. It all holds together on its own. The back wall would have if the vault was cut properly. So everything is good. I'm really proud of everything. The only issues with it are the walls on the sides need to be flipped. The artwork has to be flipped. It's wrong. This is wrong. And I kind of suspect that they rush printed an old draft because I looked at their mock-ups that they had done, and like their final one, the one I was supposed to get, that one's right. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on here. So I have to talk to my agent about it. But we'll get it right. We'll get it right, and then you know, that'll be that. But I am going to move on because we already know that the furniture is going to be a crapshoot. And I'm not gonna waste our time with it. But I'm very happy. I'm very pleased with that. This one is what everybody's been waiting for. All the marbles, boys. The clock tower. 3 hours in, we finally got there. What time is it over where you're at?
Just coming on for 5 to 10.
5 minutes to 10 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sticking
it's
with
not
it.
so bad. It has taken a minute.
All right, well, I'll try to have this done before you have to leave. All right. This one,
Well,
I
I've finished my
gotta be
chutney,
honest.
so I'm all yours now.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. I am nervous on this one. This one was the one I was really hoping that they were gonna do as the fold out. I was hoping that this one would be the one where like it just kind of came together, and they didn't do it that way. It is what it is. You know, let's see if it holds together. Oh shoot! See, something's wrong. This is old. Yeah, see, I already know this is wrong. The bell is right. Okay, look. This is actually recent. Do you see the size of the door? The door disparity? This right? This is closer to accurate, but even this is wrong. Now this is weird because
It looks like the whole wall's much bigger.
yeah, and this one, see, this is actually an old version. So there's three art renditions as I went. I started like this was the original one. And then I made it smaller and made it to that. And then I made it even smaller so that it actually sizes with the person so they don't look like a freaking little hobbit. Like the door needs to be the size of them. And on top of that, the original artwork, if you see, that's a wanted poster. It's basically a wanted banner, right? So what's weird is that the artwork for the wanted poster here is updated. It's still big, but it's not too big. See that? So this looks new. I don't know why this is old, but I have to keep a log of that as we plot ahead. So we're gonna break this open.
Whereabouts are you at, Spinoz? You somewhere in Central Europe? Says it's 2100, so he's an hour behind me.
Oh.
So that'll be anywhere from France across to Austria or Hungary.
Ooh, let's find out.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Western Europe.
Western Europe.
Oh, yeah.
Well, represent, man. Man, that's
Represent,
so,
man.
I'm so
Nederlander.
honored.
Cool. We get lots of Nederlander cars over here. People drive through Bulgaria to Greece, so I see lots of cars in the Netherlands.
You know, this is one thing about High Noon is it's really brought me together with my distant cousins across the pond, and I just love it.
It's a big family.
Yeah. All right. It's an honor to have you guys in the posse. It really is. I wish I could travel more and get over there and like actually like do like some High Noon events where we can just all get together, like a little High Noon retreat somewhere.
Yeah, man. Bulgaria is beautiful.
So I hear. I told my wife, I was like, honey, if you hadn't played your cards right, I'd be in Bulgaria right now.
I think you probably came out ahead.
Oh yeah. She's a good. Oh no. FedEx lost your package. Did we ever get that sorted out? If we did not get that sorted out, I'll make sure we get that sorted out. I don't know why. I remember, I just don't remember if we got it sorted out. So. God, I do. Oh my God, that was a nightmare. That was a disaster. And they wouldn't let any of us deal with it. They're like, this person needs to be the person. Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna have to. It's gonna take me a minute. I'm gonna have to ship everything to you from my own stock, and as you can probably imagine, shipping on that is gonna be a nightmare. So, I'll pay for it. So, um, I'll get it worried out. No, you do not. No, you're not gonna. I'm not. You do not need to pay extra for the pledge. I know you really want to get your stuff, but I'm not gonna let you pay for it. This was something on. It's something FedEx lost, but at the end of the day, the buck stops with me. My my family will disagree. My business colleagues will disagree, but it's just how I operate. Let's see here. Another issue I'm concerned about is there's a little bow on this. Hoping it doesn't end up being breaky. All right. So here's deck 1. The van got stolen. Oh my god. Sure it did. Sure it did. All right. Yeah, my wife, her father had her stepfather. His son is like a deep sea fisherman, and he came home with a ton of like Maine lobsters fresh off the boat, and so he lives in her stepfather lives in Florida, and her son's up north in Maine or whatever. So he's like, "Hey, pops, I'm gonna send you some lobster." So he sent him like $1,000 worth of lobster and paid to overnight it because it's all fresh. The lobsters were alive. Put dry ice, all that stuff in there. So he's supposed to get it FedEx, right? And the stepfather's watching the clock tick and watching when it's supposed to be delivered, and the delivery just kept changing. And then eventually it was like, "Oh, we lost your package. You just don't know what happened to that package. Don't know what happened."
You could almost hear them belching, couldn't you, as they were typing it? It was
Exactly.
very tasty, your pasta.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what this one is. I mean, I'll put it together. I'm going to put it together just to see the puzzle pieces. But this is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. So I gave them. I know I gave them the updated artwork. So you can see, if you see, there's an arrow here, arrow here, arrow there, right? But actually, there should only be 2 ways. There's only 2 ways to get up on the platform. So there should be only 2 arrows, one on either side, not 4. So that's a problem. Let's see if they line up. Yeah, this is all freaking wrong.
It must be disheartening, man.
That is what it is. So another issue is if I just do it this way. This is another thing I did with this stuff. It's a great example. Let's here. Take this off. Yeah. Yeah, this is how we'll see it. Again, this is how we gotta like this. This is why we do this. This is why we do QC. Those are super glued in. All right. So I'm gonna zoom in here. Sorry, beard. Ladder, right? See the ladder? And if you climb straight up that ladder, it drops you off right at the square. Now again, you may be like, "Oh, there's 4 arrows on yours, Dwight." Right, because this is an old prototype, right? This is old. I've already made the corrections. I sent them the corrections. And if you see, the ladder climbs right into that, drops you right off on that square. You see that? Perfect. Right onto
Yep.
the square. Here's your board. Here's the ladder.
Yeah, no.
Now, drops you on the wrong square. Now let me flip it around. It's almost there. It's almost there. It's just off a little bit. 'Tis wrong. And it's more glaring when you actually put it together. It's just off. It's just off by like, see, there's the ladder, and see how it drops you off like a little bit off the grid. See that? Am I crazy? Maybe
No,
I'm
that's not
crazy.
good enough.
Maybe
No,
I'm
it's
crazy.
not
It's not
good
good
enough.
enough. It's not good enough.
Not good enough. No, no,
It's
no.
not good enough.
I wouldn't ship that.
No. You guys have
You've got to be
waited too
proud of
long.
what you ship, haven't you, man?
Absolutely. And by the way, this is what I've been dealing with for the last 2 years, guys. Okay, this is what I've been doing for the last. What's gonna happen? Where's this?
You know you're not the only creator and board gamer who fights with the manufacturers like this and goes through multiple rounds. Everyone that I have any contact
Everybody does
with
it.
suffers from this. Yeah.
Yeah, and look, like the thing is here's and this is not a slam, a trash on them, because I want to make something very clear. I've made one payment to them. Okay, one. The deposit to get this going. They're waiting. Like, in order for them to get their actual money, like actually make money on this deal, they have to deliver. They have to deliver a thing that I approve of, and then I pay them the remainder, and then they release the goods. That's how this works. So they want to get this right. They're not trying to get this wrong. They're doing everything they can, and they're doing it. They've been working with me, not receiving any other payment for what, 2 years now? Are we on year 2, year 3?
That almost
like-
makes it worse.
Yeah. No, like everybody here, everybody's got skin in this game to get it right. Everybody wants to get it right. And if I were there, if I were present in China right now, it would have been right. It just unfortunately was not in the cards, as they say. So this is really just an artwork. Fortunately, this is an artwork thing, it looks like. It looks like oh, shoot. Okay, never mind. I took it back. I see what they did. So everything goes one way. You can't get this one wrong. They'll only assemble in one direction. I can live with that. I can live with that. And it seems to be holding together fairly well. Again, no glue. Not glue anything yet. Okay, so here is first floor. Holds together. I had an assembly. I want to see something. Okay. This is going to be a problem. So, all right, I see. Yeah. Okay. This is part of the problem. I see what happened. So I see what happened. It holds together, but it's too big. Which makes me wonder. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. All right. So, got me looking at this now. You see that?
Yeah.
See it?
Yeah, a little bit bigger, isn't it?
A little bit. Now on the sides, let me line it up. Sides are good. Sides are good. It's that front. It's the front. I don't know why.
Weird.
Yeah, that's weird. I can see. I can clearly see where the clock tower's off. I can see why that one is. Clock tower's gonna need some work, guys. It's not ready. So, let me add that to a note for the bank. Where's my notes? Oh. Building too long. All right. But what you can see here is, if you look, stop showing. Do you see that? See that black line right there? Let me zoom in. I'm sure people see it, but just let me get it right. See that? That line goes all the way across.
Yeah.
That is supposed to be the cut line.
Ah.
That's the hard cutoff. All this extra space is all, and it's all across. So that's why it's so much bigger.
Yeah, got their tooling wrong, haven't they? Be right back again.
Yep. All right. But we will press on because we're not done. What the heck? They gave me 2 clock towers. I don't know why. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, they gave me 2 clock towers. That's confusing. But they're the same. There's nothing. I just checked. There's nothing fundamentally. There's nothing different from. And they did it too. They did it here too. This is second floor. Second floor. And what you'll see is, I mean, you can clear like that line goes across. It's a little bit better this time. This one's better. That one, it actually should work. If this one was that same way, it would be fine. But it's not. Let me get rid of that. I don't need that, and I don't need. Yeah. See, even on this one that they gave me a second one, that line is still there. That's not going to work. All right. Well, let's build it. Let's keep building. We got to punch out the actual clock. Okay, now this is actually part that I was curious about. this part I was curious about because I want to see the functionality of the round counter. Now, the way that they built it, like the way I built it was it had a small wooden dowel that pokes through the wall and goes into the minute hand or the hour hand, whichever one you want to call it, the round hand. And what they did with theirs, where is it at? Oh. What they did with theirs is interesting. No wooden dowel, but they have like they have this little piece right here, and it's a cross piece that just goes into the clock. And then this piece, I guess, sits on it. So we're going to see how functional that is. But first we have to build the second base. Again, none of this is approvable because the size is wrong. That is going to require a structural investigation. I don't know, guys. I don't know how long that's going to take for them to fix. Because they're going to basically have to change they got to change the whole cut. The whole cut line has to be brought in by a lot. There's no way around it. So they have to get it right. Otherwise, you can't use it. Like you can put it to the side of the table if you wanted to, but that's not what the clock tower is. A functional board piece, and it I was going to show you, like, there's a whole rule book for it. It introduces a bunch of mechanics and things. So it's on the board. There's a whole rule on how you place it on the board. So you know it has to be right. Looks more difficult for the manufacturer. You know it's funny that you say that because you wouldn't think so, because it's literally just a box. Like all you have to do is make sure the artwork lines up. Okay, I've proven that with the prototype, which, by the way, the prototype is also all separate pieces. It doesn't snap. It snaps together like this. I think I ended up using tape on the inside, but you don't really need to. So all I needed to do was really copy the prototype. That's all they had to do. This one actually should be easier for the factory to get right. The artwork is all done. All they had to do was copy it. This one I am perturbed, but you may be right. There could be a complication that I'm just not seeing, and in which case this is why we do this, to work that out. How is this scored? Okay, so this is scored as a straight up plus sign, which is interesting. If it's a plus sign, why did I only get one piece? So instead of having a circle for a dowel, they put this little plus sign. And I'm assuming, well, you should never assume. So this is the round counter. And I'm assuming that piece in the center here is what goes in. I just don't know why. I would imagine there would have been a cross piece, but I don't know. Let's see. I'm assuming I'm doing this right. Nope. I guess that's is that the side for the clock? I guess that's the side for the clock. Okay. Goes in like that. I'm not in love with it. I feel, see, I'm not in love with that at all. It doesn't.
Yeah, that's not tight enough, is it?
No. I don't know. I feel like there was supposed to be another piece here, but it ain't here. Yeah, this is already too loose. Yeah, exactly. And just for the record, so everybody can see, so everybody's aware, this is how it's supposed to be. Okay? Whole wooden piece goes right in the center. They have a clock tower. They got the prototype with the wooden piece. So I don't know why they still did this. And I sent it to them for that reason, because I saw this coming. I predicted that this would be an issue. And I said to them, that's not how it goes. It's a wooden piece. Wood instead of cartoon. Yeah, it's wood. Exactly. What? That seems like overkill. And once again, these are off. Wood instead of carton. Okay, also true. Yes, it's supposed to be wood that holds it together. And it fits. It's cut to fit. And apparently, according to the game crafter, it's pretty industry standard size for a wooden dowel piece for a game. I mean, I don't know. I don't know a lot of board games that have wooden dowel pieces, but whatever. I mean, the size is there. I don't know. I don't know what to tell them. Like, just make this thing. Just go to a wood factory and get a bunch of wood. I'll pay for it. You gotta have wooden dowels there. All right, so this is gonna go on. Whoa, it's not even right. It's backwards. Son of a gun. Oh, shoot. Yeah, and then I just like I was trying to put it back in and I accidentally bent it while I was trying to rebuild it. Yeah, this is sorry guys, this one's a bust. I was excited about it, but that's the thing. That's the thing about all this. You never know. And now we know. Now we know what needs to be fixed and why. All right. So again, nothing is overly lost. It's all okay. The detail is good. The artwork is good. So there's that. It just needs to be recut, and the actual original artwork needs to be on there. But basically the way it works, you got your front, you got your head, little slots right there. I'm failing miserably at aligning this. And you just slide it in. The assembly is going to be the same, okay? Except for the clock part. Except for that clock part, I'm going to have them fix that. Slot's good, nice and sturdy. Boom. So, second level, it looks good. If it was right, I'd be happy with it, right? Like it's looking solid. These are the ladders, the ladder rungs, the acrylic tiles, ladder rungs right here. We'll just go ahead and slot them in to the ladders, like so. Really tight. I wonder if, oh, there we go. That's good though. There. Nice and tight. Okay, so So there's your ladder rung. Yeah, you got your little icon. And where'd Colonel Rogers go? Oh, there he is. So you just so he can stand on either one. Okay, so it holds the minis, and that's how it works. You basically run up to the ladder, jump on it, jump up. So it holds the ladders. That was an important piece was that the minis could fit under each rung. That was a big deal for me. I'm not, you know, I'm not really gonna bother with the rest of the ladder rungs. It doesn't really matter because this is not right. All right, so now we're gonna go to the bell tower. Looks like they did the pre-score on this one. I know how we feel about that. All right. Okay. Okay. So I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure how this is made to work. We're going to find out. We're going to discover this one together. The bell was actually something of their own invention. Hang on a second. I wonder if somebody, I don't know if somebody came in. All right. This is not how I designed the bell, but it is how they figured out how to make it work. So this is new to me. This whole the bell construction is a new experience. This idea, not what I did. In our bell tower, and this is where again the importance of being able to for something to stay together without glue. This is what I'm talking about. Like so, this is the prototype, and it's been through a lot. I've taken it around places. It's gotten loose, things like that. I mean, I started with super glue. It's come loose. But what you'll be able to see is like this is the bell tower. And on the inside, it's basically just 4 pieces of a bell that kind of tighten together. And that's it. Like it's basically 2 copies of 2 sides of a bell that come together. What they did, and then what it does is there was like actually I'll just 2 of them go straight into the roof of the top piece. Like basically there's a flat piece here, and then the triangle pyramid thing kind of falls together. I think I taped this together, but there's a flat piece here, and the 2 bells stick into that flat piece. Basically just like this will stick into the bottom piece, and then the other 2 pieces of the bell hook into those 2 bells, if that makes sense. They didn't do that with theirs. There is no flat roof. What they've done is it's one solid piece, pre-scored, and then these all come down together, and then it looks like this bell, these 2 bells kind of crisscross, and their little notches stick in to the triangle piece. Very interesting. Like this is the one time that it looks like they really problem solved something completely away from me, like completely independent of my design. So I was really impressed by it. Even if it doesn't work, I'm impressed. You know, I'm eager to see how it works, if it works. But even if it doesn't, like that just goes to show you that like they see something and they're like, you know what, we can solve this problem. And that's going to come in handy when we do the mount expansion and we have a bunch of wagons and horses and motorcycles and things that are basically all a puzzle piece together. because I'm basically going to tell them, hey guys, you design it, you make the puzzle pieces. This is what I needed to do. I did punch this in the wrong direction, so I need to fix that. This has been quite the marathon, guys. Congratulations on sticking with me. Come on.
It's a pleasure.
4 hours here. My wife's probably like, I did not realize that this is what you meant by a live stream. Sorry, honey.
Never again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, there's this, when we did the Kickstarter, when we did the backer kit, and I did that 24-hour live stream, that was her idea. She was like, you should do a 24-hour live stream. And I was like, honey, I don't know if you know.
I remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah, she quickly regretted that decision. It's the freaking weekend. Yeah, that's why I also wanted to. I chose the Saturday. I figured, I'm sure that people have plans, people have things to do, but if there's any one time where people might not, it's going to be the weekend. All right, let's see. Goodness gracious. This just makes me nervous. Okay. All right, it came out. It's coming out. A lot of little details that they still managed to make pop with their cut. Very impressed by that. So one down. Brutal. Okay, got it out. All right, got it. All right, so if I understand this correctly, these two pieces go like this. Seems kind of obvious, but whatever. All right, and they should, being the operative term here, should just slide in. There we go. Feel it? All right. So there's your base. Now what they did, and this is interesting, they made other pieces to it. This is what I mean, like what they thought of. Very clever. I can claim no credit for this. Okay, everything's punched on that. Once again, they've pre-scored these pieces. Christmas clock. All right, so they pre-scored these pieces. Oh, you can see it in the light right there on that line. So I'm just going to do it the way that they did it. Not going to take an X-Acto knife to it yet. We're just going to bend it a little. Okay, that one bent a little easier. And I guess it just kind of, okay. So it slots in. I'm assuming it goes up.
That's a nice design. That.
Yeah, right? This is actually pretty impressive. If it works. I think I need to actually clear this out. There's a little bit of gunk in here. Yeah, that was holding it back. All right. All right, yeah. falls in and pokes right there. That's cool. That's a really cool idea. I props to the factory. Props to High Create for that one. All right, so let's get the rest of these pieces on. Wow. Wow. So clever. All right. My Bubby is not happy right now. Oh, why? A little grouchy. I don't know if you can
Wants
hear
his
him
daddy.
in the background. Yeah, yeah. All right. Oh, you gotta clean that out. There we go. Yeah. Again, I claim no credit for this. This is just them being clever. Showing off. So there you go. There's your bell. That's just cool. All right. So now we're going to bend this in. I'm going to do a pre-score on this one. I'm going to pre-score this a little bit just because I can kind of anticipate what's going to happen. Okay. I'm not even being gentle with it. All right. Okay, so their theory is this will just bend. I don't like it. Look at that. Look at just. Ugh.
It's one of those where you can almost need to get a marker pen and colour it in, isn't it?
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Okay. So now these bend down, and I guess the bell actually is what holds it all together. It seems like you got to put this in. Oh shoot. Okay. So they have these little holes on there, not just there, which go into here. So this is what is actually happening. Push that in. And then push that down. Wow. If it work. No, there's something in the way. That'll stop it. Yeah, there we go. So in, down, like that. Then the next piece comes in. I'm breaking the freaking bell while I do this. piece. First of all, let me fix this guy. All right, here we go. Wonder if they've actually made a bell tower before, and they're like, "Oh, we got this design. We got this. Don't worry about it." Then that plugs in together. This side is a little rough, so I might have to finagle it later, but basically, that's how that works. That's really cool. Okay, there we go. That's really cool. So that's it. That's their bell tower.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah. So then,
Could not been overly critical. Could the bell do with been a little bit lower?
yeah, I was thinking that myself. It could. Get in there. But here's the thing. Now you have a happy little accident. You can actually fight from inside the bell tower.
So maybe it shouldn't be any.
All right. So, all told, lots of notes on the bell tower. Lots of notes. It is not ready, but it's not bad. Not bad either. So I said, so there you go, guys. There are the buildings. There's the buildings. So I have to now make the notes, take the pictures and everything. And I have to report back to him. Bell tower. Yeah, the bell tower. A lot of mistakes in the bell tower. But easy. I think the biggest mistake is going to be the cut line. That's going to adjust the size of it. So we'll see what happens. But the rest of it is just artwork. Just like the bank. The bank is just artwork except for the pre-cut stuff. So they got to work on the pre-cut stuff, and that's that. So there it is. So like to answer the question about like what now? Like where do we go? Where do we go from here? I'm gonna send them the notes. It's Saturday, so they probably won't get them. Now it'll be like it's a day ahead over there, so it's Sunday over there. So they'll probably get it on Sunday night for me, whatever date it is for you. But basically, Monday restarts the clock on what they're gonna do. They're probably gonna have to think about it, take it to their team, work through the changes. That's not something that happens in a matter of like days or even weeks. It's not uncommon for me to not hear from them for a month. Now, I'm going to be on top of them from here on out. So I will try to get an answer as frequent as I can. But even if I message them every day, it doesn't mean they message me back that day. Sometimes they don't message me back for a couple of days. So this is where that downtime, that like, well, what's going on? What are the updates? What's happening? I'll try, like I said, I'll try to get better about doing, little things here and there. But I don't even want to spitball. I don't even want to say when we can get this finished. There's small issues, right? But like they got to fix it and then they got to report back to me. I'm not going to make them send me new kits. I'm just going to have what I'll do is I'm going to have us work together over the phone. They'll send me the pictures, videos, everything so I can confirm it. And then I'll have them send me one more QC. Once everything's finished based on these notes, one more QC. And after that, we will be producing off of that final QC. And my anticipation is that'll be when it's done. But I'm gonna be honest, that's probably months from now. We're probably looking at a few more months. It's not what I want.
This is what it's like.
Yeah. That's your shipping update. Is you'll have a shipping update, hopefully, fingers crossed, in a few months. Now that said, that doesn't mean that there's nothing going on. So, a little thing I figured I would go ahead and show you is I'm currently finishing. I'll pull it up here. I'm currently finishing the clock tower rule book, and so I've got I've got pages done. I've got the examples and things. So this is what I'm working on basically this week. There you go. Like things happen. Things are happening in the background, right? Like the app is being worked on, which doesn't change. Obviously, it doesn't care, but like. I'm probably now at this point now I know I need to make boxes for these. I'm going to be working on the packaging design. So there's things to do, It's not like nothing's happening. I'm working on it. But in terms of actually getting this thing ready to where it could be even shipped, we got some distance, and hopefully this live stream showed that. So that's all. I mean, that's all I got. That's it for me. Not the it for the stream obviously, but there was. Was there anything you felt like I didn't show or was missing that you I don't know. Did I? Was there anything missing from that, Beard, that you could think of?
No, I don't think so.
I don't want to stream just for the sake of streaming. Anybody? I mean, any questions? I mean, this is always open forum. People are happy to comment. I don't know if anybody's even watching, but like this is where we're at, guys. So the show goes on. The wagon train keeps moving. I keep working. Everybody keeps working. Nothing changes. We're always here. But you saw it. You got to see the video, the stuff. So let's do it one more time. So here's the bank. Okay, bank looks good except for the back that fell off. Exterior window. These side windows need to be flipped, and the pre-scoring needs to be done. That's basically it. And the bottom needs to be fixed. That. Easy fixes all around. I do need to check the size of it. It's probably going to be a little too big. That's my guess. I'm gonna check it up against the prototype bank just to make sure. This guy, the jail's good. Same thing. Bottom needs to be flipped. And I've got some notes here, and then it needs to be brought in a little bit. But it's pretty much done. And then the clock tower's got the most work to it. Yeah, I do love to chat, don't I? My bad. Another posse from across the pond. There's your Brit. Gotta show up.
Another Brit, eh?
All right, guys. Well, if that's that, I mean, I appreciate you guys tuning in, sticking it out. This is a great stream for me. Beard, thank you for hanging with me, man. I appreciate it.
Nah, thanks. It's been fun.
Yeah.
I'm always sad when I miss your streams.
See, well, we got to plan better. I'll plan better. All right, guys. Well, that's it. I would play an outro, but apparently my subscription doesn't support it anymore. So I'll see you guys all. Oh, wait. Where will we be able to change ship? Yes, you can change shipping locations. If you don't have it, basically all you got to do is log into your backer kit and change your shipping location. Or if it was Kickstarter, change it there. I always export before I ship. I always export the most recent details. If you don't know your backer kit or Kickstarter link, shoot me a message. I'll find it for you. I'll ship it. I'll change it. I'll send you that link, and then you can change it from there. All right, guys, that was it. Beard, thank you, sir. And
see you again.
We'll see you guys on another live stream.